Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and good morning, and whatever time, wherever you are. This is going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting stream, but we appreciate you guys being here with us. I'm on some new drugs, so if I say things that are inappropriate, then that's normal. But if I say things that are really inappropriate, then that's special. Thank you for being here. Whatever time you get here, whether it's now or in the middle or the end, we appreciate your googly eyes being here with us. If you're watching because you didn't catch it live, you're watching it after the fact, then you are most welcome as well. We really enjoy our small community here. It's going to be an interesting one with what we're talking about this week, because I think Chris and I will talk about probably one thing. As always, we don't check in with each other beforehand. We kind of leave it as a surprise, so that makes it a little fun for us as to what we're going to be talking about. And sometimes that's always it's a great sentence. See, we're off to a good start already. Sometimes we don't agree, which is also fun. And then almost every time we go off on a little bit of a tangent, as I've done right now. Chris, first, before we carry on, how's my audio? Do I need to sort it out?
For me, you sound great.
Okay.
So cool. Yeah, no weirdness or anything. Yeah.
Fantastic. And the screen's not even flickering for me this week, so that's great.
Hey.
I found out that all my sons and my family and my extended family have all seen Deadpool before I have. And they're all like, this bit, they're like, you best be quiet. I haven't seen it.
You're playing a dangerous game right there.
I mean, I don't even know. Everywhere, like everybody's telling me, "Oh, dude, how have you not been spoiled?" It's on YouTube thumbnails. It's like, yeah, well, social media.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, brave man there. Oh well. We have got a good show for you today. I'll let Ruben kind of catch his thoughts there.
Thanks.
Our standard format. We'll chat with you on and off throughout the show. So don't forget to you can talk to us in the comments. We love that. But we'll also do the answers and then our movie quote quiz. Ruben will ask us a question. And then we will dive into the best thing that we watched. We'll finish up with a little bit of entertainment news, some of the things that we're looking forward to in the coming week.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, all right, let's see here. Good morning, M. King. Welcome. Glad you're here. We thank you for that. I think while everybody is still coming on and getting ready, Ruben, should we just do the
let's do the movie quote quiz, or do you want to go into something and wait for everybody to jump in?
Sure, yeah. You want to do that?
Has just joined us, so that's great. But
oh, cool. Good evening.
As sometimes people come a little bit later to the stream.
This is true. Oh, you know what I didn't talk about? We have our Patreon. Patreon.com/thebearded ones. This has, I don't know, well over 100 videos in there. It's £1 just to get in, to get access to all of that other content.
And I'm putting one in there today.
Oh, nice. Right on. Very cool. Cool. Well, there's a couple that are outside the paywall so that you can kind of get an idea of what we do, but there are different tiers, and those tiers allow you to request different types of things or gain different access. So you can check all of that out. It's on the screen. It's in the description below. We love our community there. We, chat through them and have some great little discussions. It's just a way so that we don't get lost. Things don't get lost in the larger conversation of YouTube, which sometimes it can. So invite you to check that out. Let's see here. Niket, I have not watched
I still did not watch it.
I haven't watched the finale yet. Oh my gosh, but I can guarantee you that the suspect is in my list because I suspected just about everybody. So there you go. Trap. Ruben, did you see Trap this week?
It's not out for us yet.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It's fine. It's fun. Go into the movie with the expectation that there's not the Shyamalan twist to it. Okay, it's a
I actually think
chase
it's a good
movie.
thing that he's going to start getting away from he has
I
to
do
do
too.
twists, so that whenever he does do one, which is not expected, we don't know, because then we come to that formula of, oh, it's a Shyamalan movie, it's going to have a twist at the end, and then people are just disappointed. But he could just give us a good story, we enjoy that, and then one day give us a good twist when we're not expecting it.
Exactly. You know, I always think about like as a good chase movie like The Fugitive. And that one, you know, I mean, that's all over the place. He's going through all through Chicago and everything else. And it's
Mm,
a whole different scenario than what is in this movie. But it reminded me of that, where you have that cat and mouse.
mm,
There are definitely things lacking. And the more that I've separated myself from seeing it, different things stand out and new opportunities for a richer story
mm.
weren't realized.
Okay,
Uh,
but it must have been weird, like who to root for, because if it's from the trailer, I'm getting that that one character is the bad guy, then it's going to be the story about him trying to escape the cops. So you
yeah.
want the cops to catch him.
Well, but see, we don't really, and that's part of the problem. We don't really get a enough backstory outside of a few lines of exposition about who the character is.
Oh, that's terrible. The
You,
whole thing should have been built around what he is.
yeah, you would think that it would be more of that to at least establish that, you know, have some,
Mm.
I don't know. So I was enthralled though by Josh Hartnett.
I
He
do. I'm a
was
big fan of Josh. Yeah.
spectacular in this because he's playing a dad
Mm.
that is well, he's got a secret first off, but he's got this duality to him and trying to hide both of them at the appropriate times.
Mm.
And the way that he comes off, so he comes off cheesy, dad jokes, okay, and it works because and you watch his face, and I thought that was the most brilliant thing is that we will watch Hartnett become very uncomfortable and then smiling like his facade is just cracking just a little bit because he's getting worried or something like that, and
Mm.
then something will go his way or whatever, and he'll smile or just smirk a little bit, and you're like,
We
you're.
saw a little bit of that craziness when he was really young doing the faculty,
Mhm.
and he played the drug dealer. But there were moments in that where you could see that little, like, if he was given the chance, given a role like this, he could really, play with the meat of it, which is what attracted me in the trailer for the movie. I was like, that kind of, I want to see what he does with that. That could be fun.
Yeah, this was. I mean, out of everything, he is really the reason to go see it.
Right.
It's fun. There's
Yeah.
a ton of plot conveniences and armor. I mean, you just have to go
You
with
have
that.
to put that to the side and just go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. The I watched Jeremy John's review of it after I had posted mine, and he was talking about the dialogue, and that is a standard issue problem. I think in a lot of Shyamalan movies is that the dialogue feels very stiff and
Mm.
unnatural, and there are moments of this too.
He does do that because that's how he holds his suspense in a way,
Hmm.
giving you the least amount of information possible to keep that suspense going. With a film like this, that really doesn't work. Then,
No, no, you just need natural conversations.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's this one situation that Josh Hartnett has with another parent,
Mm.
and it's it felt very weird and oddly placed. Like it just came out of the blue and then felt larger and unexplained. Like I was like, I don't understand why you're acting like this, other than maybe you're just a terrible person. But I already got that you were a terrible person just from the vibe, so I didn't need
Right.
this. But outside of some of this, I mean, I had fun with it. That was the thing. Like it was entertaining. I think if you wait for streaming or you see it at a matinee, you won't be disappointed.
Mm.
If I had taken the entire family, my wife and I were talking about this, if we had taken the entire family, that may have been a
You would have
little
been disappointed
disappointing.
because you spent more money. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
that sort of film. Catch it on
yeah,
streaming or a matinee. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Um, you're welcome, M King. My pleasure. Happy Saturday, Bunny Dojo, Rabbit Karen Bun Fun. Love it. Yeah, I don't know. You want to go to the movie quote quiz now?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Let me make sure I have a time code there. Matinee it is. Yes, exactly.
That word always freaks me out. It looks like a manatee. The spelling of
It might be.
manatee, manatee,
Matinee.
manatee.
Okay.
Yeah, my brain is wonderful today.
Oh, well, Tara Briscoe, Chris Retzlaff both got all of the answers. Nostromo got 2 out of 3. And honestly, because the first quote could have been from so many movies.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, I fully acknowledge that.
yeah, that was mean, Chris.
Yes. But if you use the context of the theme, it would lead you to a more obvious answer.
Okay.
So, the answers were Avengers Endgame, Watchmen, and then Kick Ass.
So, what was the first quote for Avengers Endgame?
I knew it.
Oh, now I hear it. But you have to say it. No, I suppose that's right. It's about in that excitement. It's Thor going when he picks up the hammer and he goes, "I knew it." Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
In that
So-
excited schoolboy voice. Yeah.
Yeah. A little tricky there. I understand. Okay. Yes. This week's there is a theme to it, and don't ask me why there's a this theme. There is, like, sometimes it's because, like, last week, I mean, it was superhero because I had just watched Deadpool, so that was on the mind. This one, what?
So is this one like a serial killer or cannibalism? And that's
Oh, that would have been good. No, it's not. It. I don't even know why it popped in as this theme, and
Okay.
so I went with it. So you go with it. There we go.
All right.
I am going to put them on the screen. The last one, though, unfortunately, is going to have to scroll along the bottom because I reached the character limit of what it could be on.
Hilarious.
So, okay. So you ready? These are all longer ones. All right. Hardy, I have known you since you were a boy, so I think I have the requisite experience and insight to aver that you are and always have been penis cancer in human form.
it's great. Whatever the movie is from, it's great.
The question that you should be asking yourself, why did you give up all that money? That's the most bizarre part of this whole thing. $90 million. Nobody changes that much in 3 years.
Okay.
All right. And number 3, I'm a cynical man, God knows. But if your manifestations are somehow real, then even I'm willing to admit you're a very special person. And if it's a trick, then it's equally impressive. Either way, you have a gift. So don't make me put you in jail. If
I'm
These
like, I think I know the theme, but I don't know the movies.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's going to be harder. So I know that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Ruben, do you have a question for us?
Yeah. Okay, so my question is, and you might think on the surface, well, this is a really easy question or a stupid question, but think about it because I think it's more complicated than people let on.
Okay.
What is the best feeling in the world? And putting aside coitus, sexual stuff,
Sure.
coitus. I love seeing that word, coitus. We're talking about you've had a long, hard day's work. I'm giving you an example, and it's super hot outside, which you love, obviously, Chris.
Oh yeah.
And you're really tired, and you get to your bed, and it's cold, and the pillows are stuffed up, and you lie down, and you get that cool comfort of the duvet and the pillow, and you're just like, Or, for example, when you wake up in the morning, again, I'm obviously have sleep on the mind. You stretch that first stretch in the morning. What is the best feeling?
Okay. So I have one that's gross while I
Okay.
think of the other one.
All right.
If you've ever worked in an office or something like that, and you've ever had a gas attack, where your stomach just starts cramping up and everything, and the moment you're in a place where nobody else can hear you and you just let out the most satisfying loud fart.
But those things are dangerous because, like,
Yes.
what if it's not a fart?
Yes. God is my witness. I thought it was a fart. Let's see. I think for me, one of the best ones is, again, kind of sleep oriented there, is when still in bed, laying down, very, very comfortable, not fully woken up yet. And then you do the massive stretch.
Yeah.
And then you go back to sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's so
good. How about you?
I really like the one when you wake up in a panic thinking that you're late for work and then realize it's Saturday or Sunday and you're like, oh yeah, and go back if you work Monday to Friday. So you wake up in a panic. Yeah, it's that, oh, I'm late for work. But it's that feeling of, oh wait, I don't have to get up now. And then you just go back to sleep with like a huge release of like stress and pressure and the knowing that you can sleep.
That's like the worst feeling combined with the best feeling.
I've done that a few times, guys.
Oh, yeah, me too. I have just, and it sucks when you don't know what day it is.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, I just.
Or equally, if you're doing that Monday to Friday, and you sigh because you think, oh, I've got another whole day, but then realize it's actually Friday afternoon. Very rarely that happens, but it has happened, and I'm like, yatta!
Yeah, there is nothing worse than going into work on Wednesday and thinking it was Thursday.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let us know. What do you think? What's the best feeling? The weekend happiness is just so great, but it's yay.
Friday evening particularly good for me because there's still like the Friday evening and then the Saturday and Sunday evening is a bit like
yeah, I know. It's unfortunate that we work so long, at least in some of the Western cultures, we work just to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
Europe has got it down a little better, and a lot of other countries have it even better than that. But like last night, I finished work. I shut my laptop. I then sat on the recliner. I took off my glasses and I just kicked it back and I curled over. And my wife was like, no, you can't go to sleep. It's going to mess us all up for your sleep. And I'm like, nope, I'm good.
I'm good.
And I woke up 2 hours later. It was beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, you needed that, obviously. Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yes.
Actually, talking about the sleep,
Are you gonna go?
I'm just gonna get a nap now.
Okay, we'll see Ruben in a little while. Hey, okay. Oh gosh, you want to go to the chat before we hit up the best thing we watched?
Say hi.
All right, let's see here. Zed is here. Welcome. Glad you're here. Earlier this time, which is outstanding. Tom from Finland, outstanding. Welcome.
Hey, Tom.
How's the weather there? Is it cold? Cool? I mean, well, relative, I guess, right? May not be cold for you, but you like the real takes we have on mediocre movies. Well, thank you.
What does that mean?
I think we're genuine, Some things are good, some things are absolute poo, and, whatever. Oh, Juice! G'day. How are you? I'm not going to insult you this week, even on accident. Hope you've been really well. Oh yeah, yeah. Way too much focus on work and not enough on living life.
Agreed.
I'm yeah. Okay, it's below 20 or 70 in the evening, and inside your AC is noisy. Oh, you're from Europe, so okay. It is right now. It is 77 where I'm at, so 25.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
Dude, it's 8:30.
Well, that means it's going to get bad.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna get disgusting again. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Ugh. It's been around 86 or 88. Oh, in the night for 3 months, dude. That's not okay. When I think of Finland, I think of colder.
Yeah, me too.
I
Weird.
mean, not necessarily like the northern part of like Norway or Sweden, but I thought it was pretty cool there
Maybe it's
still,
just
right?
definite um, summertime, winter seasons. That's the word I was looking for. Maybe they
Oh,
have like good long
yeah,
summer, good long winter.
yeah. But it's beautiful still, though, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Bunny Ojo, best feeling. One of my bunnies was severely sick this past week. Oh no. It turned down his favorite food that is blueberry. A week later, the moment he ate one, oh, that's outside. Yes.
That is a great feeling. Good one. Yeah.
When our pets are sick,
And
that's
also, the Bunny
devastating.
Dojo actually has bunnies. That makes me happy. I just thought it was a name that they like came up with and loved. But okay.
I I would yeah. I had bunnies growing up. Just
Oh,
one
so
at a
cute.
time though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were fun. Let's see here. M King wants to know about. She really liked Long Legs. What's our thoughts on it? I loved it. Saw it twice. Ready to see it again. Each time I watch it, I like it more and more
Yeah,
because
there's a review on your channel, and we talked about it a couple of weeks ago on previous podcast, I believe.
yeah. Did you see it yet? You haven't seen it
Nope.
yet.
I'm probably just going to wait for streaming now.
Yeah.
I
Well, it'll
imagine
probably
it's not going to be long.
no with the current state of how things are. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, does anyone else ever go on a binge of watching a certain actor's films? Done
Mm.
this recently with Anthony Hopkins. He's done some great films. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Sometimes I'll watch a film that I haven't seen for a while, and then realize I really like that actor, and then I'll go look up other films that I've not seen of theirs, because most actors have like a huge back catalog that we
Hmm.
never really delve into. So yeah, yeah, I liked it now. It's good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. General,
Oh,
welcome. Yeah.
that was such a weird
Uh,
salute today.
yeah, that was a weird. What do you think of Something in the Dirt, movie from 2022? Ruben, did you ever see this one?
That's is that about the Motley Crew?
No,
No.
no. Something in the Dirt. It's an indie film, and it's who is it? The it's sort of found footage. The
Oh,
guys,
it's that weird
they
sci-fi film. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I saw it at Sundance, and it was like I enjoyed it, and it was weird also. But didn't they do? They did. I'm trying to remember the movie that they did. Endless, I think, was that the one that they did? The Endless, yeah, the Endless, which is another like quiet, bizarre movie. This one was fun, but honestly, General, it's been a little while, so I don't like. I saw it at the beginning of 2022.
Yeah, I think I had the screens for it, but I just never felt the inclination to actually, with the amount that we watch,
Yeah.
it'll end up like low on the list. What did you think? I thought he was talking about The Dirt, which is a Motley Crue like doc sort of film. Yeah,
Which that
which
one's
is
a fun one.
which is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, General, have you watched it? What'd you think? Tom is in southern Finland,
Okay.
so near Helsinki or in
I'd like to
Helsinki.
say that means something to me with my geography, but it doesn't.
Okay. Oh, Bunny Dojo has 4 bunnies. Oh my god.
Awesome.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so Tom yesterday watched an absolute disaster of a movie called Phantoms from
Is
1998.
that Zack? What's his face? It's the purple. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
That's the one I'm thinking of in my
The
head.
the purple suit.
Uh-huh.
What's his name? Zack? Not
It,
Efron.
no,
Um,
not Zach. Zachary Quinto? No.
no.
Okay, which from 19 Oh, this one is Dean Koontz's Phantoms.
Oh, is it Phantoms? Okay.
Phantoms, yeah. I know what you were talking about, though. I had that one in my head. This one, though, it's got Peter O'Toole, Rose McGowan. I don't even know who Joanna Going is. Liev Schreiber and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, but many, many years ago. It's like,
I
and it's the writers from Dean Koontz. So I'm a big fan of Dean Koontz.
Yeah, and so it's atrocious. So
I'm gonna watch
yeah,
it. Sounds great.
I've had it on my list to check out. So that's
Let's do it.
you
Yeah,
were gonna have to watch it. Okay, I'm gonna
sure
make a
this
note.
is a great movie.
Yeah, this is
It's, make a note of it.
yeah, I think Ruben and I may have to watch this together this week.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Okay. Oh, Tom, thank you for that.
So we can blame Tom for
Yeah,
recommending this to us, right?
absolutely. No, it's great.
Cool.
It'll be good. Ruben, do you want to go into the best thing that we
Yeah,
watched
let's
this week?
do it.
Okay. What do you want to watch, or what do you want to talk about? What's yours?
Um, well, the absolute best thing I watched this week was called Thelma, but we're going to talk about that in our Patreon.
Yes.
So if you want to see us talk about Thelma, check out our Patreon for £1. Then the second best thing I watched this week actually stars in Affleck, but it's Casey. It's called The Instigators, and it's got Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, Jack Harlow, Ron Perlman, Alfred Molina, Toby Jones, Ving Rhames, Paul Walter Heiser, Michael Stolberg. The cast is crazy, but it's also directed by Doug Liman and written by Chuck McLean and Affleck. So that whole kind of thing should give you an idea of what this film is like. Did you get to watch this?
I watched it yesterday. Yeah.
Did you enjoy
Funny
it?
enough, I did. I mean, there are problems to it. Don't get
For
me
sure.
wrong.
For sure. Yeah.
But the dialogue between Matt Damon and Casey Affleck,
That's it.
and then Hong Chow also when she comes into the
So they have this trio, certain like a car chase movie, almost just like a runaway survival movie, sort of with a heist as well. But it's their dialogue that I just absolutely fell in love with. I thought this is funny. I love the characters. You have the not Ben Affleck, Casey Affleck, who he's tongue in cheek, sort of the way he responds to any situation caught me off guard because I've never seen Casey Affleck. Like he normally has a dryness to him,
Yeah.
but he plays the darker movies, the more dramas, and he's very good at those. But seeing him in a role like this against again Matt Damon, like we've seen him play sort of comedy, but not quite like this because they're very real characters. They're also very rough and ready characters, and both of them are going through a time in their lives which is not their best time in their lives. In fact, Matt Damon's character needs $32,680 or something that he keeps repeating that exact amount to sort out his life. That's what he thinks he needs to be able to get in contact with his son again, and I'll let you guys discover why that is. And the way he responds in his, it's funny, but it's also just like slap in the face sort of. And it's there. If you think the early Lethal Weapon, like the first one, that sort of camaraderie where they're bashing heads, Riggs is wanting to, off himself, and Murtaugh's just trying to figure out how to survive this partnership. That's the sort of camaraderie that we have built here. And then to add it, you have the psychiatrist that's along the journey with them, trying to keep her patient alive while they're on a massive heist. And then you add Doug Liman as the director, and you're having, whenever there's action, very well choreographed action. Ving Rhames has very little to do in this, but whenever he's on screen, everybody's scared of him.
Yeah, he was so good at being just quietly menacing.
Thanks, babe.
I I was surprised by this. It comes out on Apple this coming week. So if
Yes.
you're like, wait, I haven't heard about this.
Wait,
Where
what is
is
this?
that?
Did I even say the name of the film? Did I
Yeah,
say
you did. The
Instigators? Okay,
Instigators.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I I agree. The dialogue. I mean, Casey Affleck, he was funny in like the Ocean's movies.
Hmm.
You know, because he's playing on this timing, and you can tell that. And I don't know how close of friends he and Matt Damon are, but we know that Ben and Matt are like best friends. So you would think that Casey would have been
There must,
around.
yeah, there must be around that. So that's how that kind of forms. Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels natural, and it's taking place in Boston, where they're from, you know, Massachusetts and stuff. So it's very much that.
Hmm.
It's lacking in. I mean, it's a heist movie, and you just go with the fine. This is what it is.
I mean, there's very little story when it comes down to it.
There really
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
it's so much more about going into the heist and then after the heist, and that pairing, which then becomes the trio. And yeah, I laughed out loud so many times and just chuckled to myself too, because the dialogue is so smart and witty.
It's great. It's really fun. I like their reactions when they're in like dire straits, a really terrible situation. Their comments are almost too calm.
Yeah.
It's almost a comical about, oh, that figures, you know, well, of course that's going to happen, sort of thing. Like, it's so good.
Well, and because they each have a, I'm not sure it's a character flaw, but they have a characteristic to each of them that kind of defines the way that they behave. And so yeah.
Yeah. This was a surprise because Apple are fantastic at their TV series, but when it comes to the movies, they've been a bit hit or miss. More hit than compared to what Netflix go through, because the Netflix have a quantity,
Sure.
I think. So you get a few diamonds in the rough. But yeah, so I'm always a little bit worried when it comes to a film that Apple produces. But every now and again, we get a really great one. And I'm not saying this is really great, but this was a lot of fun, and I'll definitely watch it again.
Oh, totally. Yeah, this was very entertaining.
Mm.
Like that's what, you know, it's not a great movie, but it's a lot of fun as a movie.
It's just so fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I'm so glad you watched this. I'm so glad I watched it too, because now
Yeah, I mean, this put me in a good mood, so it did what it needed to do.
nice. Okay. For me, an Apple series. And this one was unexpected for me. I mean, I was anticipating watching it. I wanted to see it, but for me, a big caveat with Apple is they do their dramas and a lot of their series really, really well. I have not been impressed at all when they do things, especially series, dramatized series, that are based on real events or based on real people, something like that.
Right.
I don't know if it's how they're choosing them or whatever. I mean, it's so anyway, this is called Women in Blue, or Las Azules. And it is the true story of the first female police officers in Mexico City. And the whole series is a murder mystery. Now, the whole thing, only 2 episodes have come out, so I'm not getting into any kind of spoilers. So just,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. I loved this because we get so much character development on the 4 female officers that the show then narrows down to focus on. We get to see a large, in the first episode, we see a large weeding down, you know, through some montages and stuff like that. And then there's a large group of them, like 16 maybe or something, that are hired on. But then the show focuses down even more so that we can actually follow them and the case that they're on, which was a serial killer case that was happening. And it was women were dying in Mexico City, and the cops, the detectives, I mean, they're stumped, really. and you see the misogyny and the just the discrimination between the genders of that time.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a big part of it.
I mean, it's very present, but it's not preachy. It's
Okay.
not it's not bashing on men at all. It's just showing that you have these. I mean, this is what the culture was, right? This is what the mindset was, that women were supposed to be at home taking care of their family. And actually that actual part becomes even a like a tiny little thing at one point. Like it's said as part of, anyway. That would have been a spoiler to say why or where. But the characters are different. Like each of them is so different, and I love that too, because we don't have one of the same, but they're also together. They make like a very, very, very well-rounded group of detectives, because they each have skills that they can draw on, just like on any of them. And it's fun and aggravating and frustrating and angering, and watching them and the male detectives interact, and you know how they're discounted. The female ones are discounted or whatever, but they're the ones who are actually uncovering clues, because they're not.
So they're the ones actually doing the job.
Yeah, they're not full of hubris like the guys are. You know, that they, and I think they have the passion too, because like, first off, they're women. And so they're the ones being targeted, not the guys. But it gets really intense as it goes along. I think they do the reveal though too soon.
Right. Okay.
So now I'm all for having the reveal before the last half of the last episode. I mean, you know, I want to be able to enjoy the rest, but it's for me. What happened is then the final episode was less engaging than the rest of the series had been, because we're more in the wrapping up type of phase. And so it's still interesting. It's still giving you some good insight and everything, but it lost a lot of the momentum that had been built up because we had a reveal earlier. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
It's definitely on my watch list. It's something I definitely want to have a go at.
I think, yeah. And I think if you're going to, like, luckily, because I had the screeners, I could binge the entire thing. And I did binge the entire thing, because it was just, I was riveted. I really wanted to know the mystery part of it, because I had a couple of suspects. I think the camera gives it away eventually.
Okay.
You know, but that's okay, because there's still elements of thrill that are included, even if you're able to guess correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to go back to the chat for a second.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see here. I need to find my spot where I was. Let's see here. Okay. We are at ease. Thank you. You saw Endless, liked the mystery behind it, General, and so I thought try something in the dirt. It's hard to decide how much you like them. Yeah, it's a weirder movie, and it's a little slower. And honestly, because I don't have a firm memory in my mind of seeing it, it's hard to say, yes, I really enjoyed it, or it was just okay. And then you combine that with when I'm seeing movies at Sundance, especially in 2022, I think I had 24 movies to watch, something like that. Like, we bought tickets for a crap ton, which was too many. And so my brain was like kind of on overload. And so, yeah, I don't know. I didn't have the time to sit with each of them. So, yeah. I mean, I think it was worth a go, especially now if you can get it like on demand for cheap or something like that. Then yeah, definitely worth it. I'm not sure it was worth paying like full price at the theater, even if it did get a theatrical release. So,
Hmm.
okay, Son of Soils, going back to your question, Ruben. The feeling. Playing
Hmm.
with the little niece, she stumbled and fell. Instead of crying, she laughed at herself. Her infectious laugh made me burst into laughter. Almost felt like I was high on something. Chuckling when somebody else like starts laughing and then you can't stop laughing too.
That's a great feeling. Yeah. Especially when it's so innocent from a little one. That's great. Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Tom. Yep. Apple TV has some great series. Most of them that start with S are
Mm.
wonderful. Just that's a general rule.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruben. What do you think of the Caped Crusader Batman?
Yeah, it feels like a homage to the original Batman, especially as now we've had our Batman. He passed away, the voice actor recently, which was really sad. At the same time, Mark Hamill said that he wouldn't be doing the Joker anymore because he felt like his partner on screen is no longer around, which I get. So we have Hamish Linklater, who I did not expect to voice. Like this last person I would have expected, just because he's like, when you play those games, your top 10 characters to voice this character or play this person. It's not would never have been in the running, and yet I think he does a fantastic job. It's a little bit, it's a little bit Christopher Nolan's Batman, that sort of really deep gruffing. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to distinguish what he's saying, and for those that don't like change, you might not like this series because there are a few things that have been flipped. For example, Penguin is now female. It's always been in the comics and the animations has always been a dude. This time it's voiced by Minnie Driver.
Does
It's
it
got a
work?
fantastic. Yeah, I think this whole series works. Not everybody
Nice.
likes it. They've taken stories that we know and characters that we know, and in some places made them darker and stranger. Try to put their own spin on it, but also it's very familiar for the characters that we have in it. Let me just give you a quick rundown of like some of the characters. Obviously, you can't not have Alfred. That's Jason Watkins. You've got Diedrich Bader, who's playing Harvey Dent.
Oh
You've got,
wow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gary Anthony Williams plays Flash. You got Commissioner Gordon. You got Barbara Gordon. I'm just trying to think. Lucius Fox. That's one that I really liked. Obviously, you know Lucius from the movies.
Yeah.
He played by Morgan Freeman. Yeah, he was fantastic. So there's very familiar characters, and then a few ones that you'll probably not recognize. I think what they were going for, they've set out to what they wanted to do, but I do think it could have been better. This is one of those series that got cancelled in the mix when Warner's was canceling, the whole animation
Everything.
department, and so this got sold to Amazon, and so they picked it up. So I do worry or wonder in the mix, in the selling, whether they had finished it and they just took it as is, whether if they were given a bit more time to finish it and get more, because there's a couple of others that were sold out. Like we had the Christmas Batman movie, that was another one that was cancelled from the animation department and then that aired A Merry Little Batman.
Okay.
I think it was called something like that, and it was pretty good. But yeah, so in the mix of all the cancelled animation, because Warner was having that mix up.
Yeah.
And basically the films were made and the TV series were done, but they didn't want to pay for having to air them or something weird like that. So they got more on the tax write-off or them being bought than keeping their own IPs. And Batman has always been known as Warner's,
Yeah.
very weird. So I'd love to know what you guys think. So those are my thoughts. It's not on the best thing I watched this week, so that gives an idea. But it's like mid-range, I would say.
Okay. And the second part, seen Dark City. Yes, I watched it with Ruben a couple months ago.
I think we watched the director's cut, right?
Yeah, we did. I enjoyed it. It's not one of my favorite movies. It was weird, which I enjoyed and I appreciated. I don't fully remember all of it though, because
I really like it. And it was like it influenced the Matrix sort of thing before the Matrix. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Rufus Sewell was great in it. I mean, the whole thing, and the didn't it have those weird bald guys?
Those guys in black suits.
Yeah.
He used
Yeah.
the quickening.
Yeah.
Not Highlander, but yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun.
I like the ending because I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. So it's a good movie. One that hadn't seen, and
Will you ever go back to it?
eventually, yes,
Okay.
yes. I think I'm going to give myself, even though I don't totally remember everything, I'm going to give myself a little bit more time.
I'm still going to give
with
it, so I totally can't remember it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Where it's like, have I seen this one? And that's where I want to get to it. So then it's it's all brand new again. Did you? Niket wants to know if we understood Enemy, Denis movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Did you see Enemy?
Maybe?
I did not understand it.
It doesn't ring a bell. Maybe I didn't watch it.
It's very quiet. It's very brown or
Maybe
tan.
not.
It's
I'm thinking of Prisoners. Yeah, no, I haven't seen
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Prisoners.
Very different movie.
Very, very different movie. Yeah.
Do I need to?
No. If you ask me, no. I didn't get it at all. I didn't think it was awesome, but it's on, like, a lot of people just absolutely love
Because
it.
it's Denis, yeah, and like,
Yeah.
the man can do no wrong. I'm like, no, judge it for itself, yeah, what it is. The question is though, does Niket like it? Did he understand it?
Yeah. Did you understand it, Niket? That would be wonderful to know. Yeah.
And if you did, explain it to Chris.
Please. Yeah. Mod, hey, welcome. Good Girl's Guide to Murder, worth watching. It's not on my list this week. It's okay. It's
I tapped out in the first episode, so
yeah. Hey, I did stick it out. It wasn't that bad for me, but it wasn't awesome. I mean, it's kind of your YA themed mystery.
I'm fine with YA. It's just some of the acting for me was just really subpar.
Yeah, I really could have used more character development too, but
Apparently the Goods book, the book is good.
that's what I've heard, and I think there's more of them than just the
Oh,
one.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, there was an interview with the author, and she saw an early cut of it and was like, it's unrecognizable.
Okay. Well, that gives me a hope for the book.
Poor
author. Like you get so excited. You're like, yeah, we're buying the rights. We're going to make a TV series. It's going to be great. It's like, yeah, let's do this. Because Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games, all of those did so well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds not that good. Tom, I'm not sure which one. Maybe you're talking about Batman? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, definitely start Las Azules. It is a lot of fun. And yeah, they are solid with sci-fi.
Agreed.
We have to wait how many months now for Severance season 2?
Too many.
Long. Yeah.
But you haven't seen Foundation, have you, Chris? So
No, I haven't. I started to. I was struggling.
it's really good. You gotta.
Okay, I will.
You gotta do it.
Okay, I'll try. Okay. How would you describe the vibe and the type of movie Deadpool and Wolverine is to somebody? Black comedy, action. I would not call it black comedy. It's an action comedy. It's very irreverent. It's tongue in cheek. It's buddy cop. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, the perfect one. It's an MCU documentary about how they fixed everything they did wrong. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's fan service.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I got that from the trailer. Of course it is. And that's not a bad thing. I don't know why people have that like in their mind. It's fan service. Like, and make the fans happy. That's who you're making the film for.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
This is not an intellectual English patient movie. We just want to escape for a couple of hours. Sorry to everybody that loves English patient.
I don't. But that it's yeah, no, this is not high art by any means. Crazy, just silly fun with I don't know a ton of profanity
I
and
think we're going to go watch it tomorrow afternoon
oh, nice, good.
because our D&D section was cancelled, which made me sad. But this will make
So
me
you have to
happy.
fill the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, good. So Bunny Dojo, did that help? I don't really know. I mean, it's
What was the question?
how would we describe the vibe? I mean, irreverent humor.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Like
class it as a black comedy, even though I haven't seen it. It's just-
no, it's not. It's not those dark comedy. I think of like Very Bad Things or The Last
Yeah, yeah.
Supper,
Yeah.
things when I think of dark comedy. There, perfect for a 13-year-old boy. You know what I mean? Like it's
And that's
13-year-old
basically
boy
my
humor.
mentality. Like I've never really passed that. And yeah, are there boobies? And I'm like, I'm there. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't
No boobies?
no boobies. I don't think no.
Are they movies?
No.
Oh, sad times.
Yeah, but you'll still have fun.
I'm not sure I'll go watch it.
Oh no, you'll wet yourself at one point. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. So, our last two shows have had the exact same duration, 2 hours and 38 minutes, with only
Wow.
8 seconds difference. Kat, that worries me a slight bit that you
One that
paid
you know
attention,
that,
but
one that happened.
but that's funny. That's great. We appreciate the dedication that you watch too, because that's outstanding. But dude, tell us, what did you think of Enemy? Did you understand it? I want to know.
Isn't they get the one that in
Yes.
our streams keeps saying,
Yes.
"Have you seen this movie?"
Yes, yes,
Ah.
yes, yes. But he's not asking that. He's just it was a
No.
better question of did we understand it? No,
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh, Son of Soils, best movie watched this week, Creepy from 2016. What?
That is a Japanese movie, I believe.
Is it really? Yep. I've not heard of this one.
See, this is why our audience is great because they give us such great titles that we've never heard of
Yeah.
that we should be watching.
Ooh, it's on Screambox also.
That's actually looking interesting. Serial killer as well.
Yeah, dude, this is all of my
This
boxes.
is exactly the right stuff for us. Why didn't you tell us about this before? Come on, Son
because
of
they just
Soils.
watched it
They
today
just watched
or
it,
this
fair
week.
enough.
Yeah,
I take it back. Yeah, I take it
yeah. No, that's outstanding. Okay, wait, I gotta make a note for this. Yeah, Creepy from 2016.
That's all. This is why we do the podcast, not
Yeah.
actually for them, for us to find out really good titles to to watch.
Yes, exactly. Okay, good to know. Okay, Mode Ruben's got a question for you. Last to last live, so 2 lives ago, I think you're a struggling writer. Want to know that you have you published any book yet? Well, you want to read it and support him.
Okay. My son and I did a kids book called The Little Ninja. That's on Amazon. We self-published that. So he illustrated, I wrote, my wife edited. It's a whole family affair. I did publish through a small public syndication a book called Phaseborn, which is a trilogy I'm busy writing. I'm busy writing the 3rd book now. But I wasn't happy with how the launch went, so I unpublished it and got rid of it off Amazon. And I'm going to self-publish the trilogy when I'm finished the 3rd part. So as soon as I'm done in the 3rd part, when I get my act together, I will be using Chris's audience and my audience to go, here, please buy it and
Absolutely.
help me. That would be great. We will do a big launch party, and the idea is to have all 3. So you can buy them as a trilogy and finish the story rather than
Nice.
have to wait, because that always bugs me. So, yeah. But yeah, The Little Ninja on Amazon, you can go check that out. It's a cool kids book, or you can wait, because hopefully you shouldn't have to wait too long for the trilogy.
Outstanding. Can't wait.
Mm.
JD watched Mad Max Furiosa yesterday. It was exciting. The whole day got fire. Yeah, I had fun with it. I think Ruben didn't like it as much.
I had fun with it, but yeah, it's, for me, Fury Road stands the test of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Especially just watching Fury Road a little bit that I did before, I don't know, a few weeks before seeing Furiosa, so
Yeah.
it
And
was
you're
kind of
like,
fresh in my mind.
wow, this film's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What is good on Netflix at the moment? Series, movies? Um,
I couldn't tell you at the moment. I couldn't tell you
I'm
what's good. Like new stuff, I presume you're asking.
Cleo. It's a German series.
Oh, yeah, you
Two
really like
seasons are out. Yeah, I enjoed that. Um, I'm just looking back at some of the things from previous weeks.
at the
Um,
end of this month, August, there's a Terminator anime that's coming out that I'm very excited about.
oh,
I'm hoping that's good. And normally their animes are good because they buy, like they have in-house anime studio, and then they've
mhm.
bought an anime team that work independently of them, but it's still theirs. So normally the quality is very good of the anime. So that is in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I enjoyed. I watched Rebel Moon, the director's cuts that came out this past weekend or yesterday, really. I liked them better than the first. I thought
Yeah,
they
you did.
gave
You gave them 4.5.
four, I think. Four? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I gave it a pretty solid rating because it gave it gave more background for me. I was actually invested in the characters. I mean, there's still issues with it. It's not perfect. And he has reduced drastically the amount of slow-mo that's in it.
He has. I was amazed at that. It's like, I swear there's less slow mo.
Yeah, there is still a slow-mo harvesting sequence, which I don't understand, but it's not like,
But it actually has context now.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
the harvesting, I was like, I understand now
yeah,
that whole bit of harvesting moment. Anyway,
yeah,
we'll get into that.
yeah.
That's actually the second thing I was going to talk about.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you go. Well, so let's I will say hi to Shroth. Welcome
Yeah.
again. Um, and then we'll come back. Come back. You wanna? That sound good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's great.
So Ruben, are you talking about
Yeah. Let's talk about
Rebel
Rebel
Moon?
Moon. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't a big fan at all of the first Rebel Moon, mostly because I didn't feel anything for the characters because nothing was really given to us. There's no backstory. There's no, like, the backstory we get is feels forced. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
there's some flashback, it feels forced. It doesn't really add itself to the timeline in a way that makes you feel like, for one, that it's flowing right, rather than this is a puzzle piece that we've put together, and this is the line, and therefore you have to look at this bit now, so that you understand why this character is doing it. Didn't answer correctly. It answered somewhat. What this does from the outgo, the director's cut, just the first part I'm talking about here, is give us huge insight and backstory to what has gone on. I was so emotionally engaged, involved after that first, and it's a good chunk, it's 20, 30 minutes of really expanding the story of our main protagonist, understanding why she is the way she is,
Mm-hmm.
and the guilt that is now with us, that we understand what she's feeling. So why she doesn't want to say like who she is. I understood that somewhat at the beginning, like in
Mm-hmm.
the first time I watched it, but now like I get it so much more. Everything has so much more consequences. Like even protecting the small farming village, you understand why it's so important because we've had these. I think I counted 3 times. There was a guy with a pitcher putting teeth on this pitcher, understanding why that thing is so horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's little moments that you see in the main movie without the director's cut, but now that you watch the director's cut, has so much more embellished to it, so much more meaning behind those little interactions, even more interactions with Anthony Hopkins' character. You know, the like I love his character and his voiceover works so much better. I like the breakup of the cards and the title sequences. I think that really works. I do think you still could have cut some shots out. Towards the end, there's this the bounty hunter that looks at this group that has come back and is like, and that cuts from the group to the bounty hunter, and we knowledge is inferred to the audience that he's going to tell somebody. The next scene, it's them going towards the village, back to the bounty hunters going, and I'm like, what the hell? There's absolutely no reason for that to be in the movie at all.
No.
Like, it doesn't help progress, change anything. In fact, it just goes, hey, look, here's a shot that we didn't use. And there were a couple of shots that were still out of focus. The shot over the bridge, instead of it coming across as it's out of focus but focused on one character, there still just feels like it's just out of focus. And I'm like, why is that in the movie? Because everything else, like you said, the slow-mo has been taken out of it. The action, we get much more action and stuff that I was boggled, like, how was this not in the movie, the main movie? Like, why would you take this scene out? Must have cost millions, must have taken ages to do, and really expands that story. And I think that's the best thing. Let Snyder do what he does best. Yeah. Anyway, did you obviously liked it?
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was so much better of a story now, and the fact that we got it all at once also. So I literally watched it just back to back, just kept going.
Yeah. And so you could just jump straight to part 2. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So which again, I think that's the better way to do it anyway. It's you at least have people there so that they can watch. If you're going for watch time, people are more apt to just continue to binge it if they're digging it than, excuse me. But definitely some emotional moments. That opening sequence was brutal.
So good. Like, that would have set up, I guarantee you people would have liked the movie much more if you just had that opening sequence in the main movie.
There's so much that happens within that little bit, and that what we're shown.
It's so brutal. To say it's got a proper hard R now.
Yeah.
Full on nudity, full on brutality, explosions like people's heads. We didn't see that because I think it was a 13, so they've taken all the gore and stuff away. This time you get to see all of it like it was supposed to be. Like, it just feels like, oh, this was what the movie was supposed to be in the first place.
Yeah. It was a lot of I had fun with it. I know that if you don't enjoy Zack Snyder, don't watch it. I mean, why?
Don't do it. Why? Yeah. If you didn't like he's what's the name cut that he did recently?
Justice League.
If you didn't like that, you're not going to like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's long. It's almost 6 hours. It is 6 hours to watch both of the movies.
Yeah.
Like, he added an hour and a half, I think, to the first movie, and just under an hour to the second movie.
Yeah, the first part is like 3 hours, 12 minutes, and there's 12 minutes of credits. So it's a 3-hour movie, and it's just under 6 hours. And to think that he's taken out some of that slow-mo.
Yeah. And did you notice, too, that they're called different things now? The chapters, the parts are different, which...
Yeah.
I don't
different
even
movies, completely different movies.
Yeah, they are. So there you go. Yeah.
So that was a surprise for me.
It was a surprise for me as well. Yes.
On the first day of my new medication, and that kept me awake. That is saying something.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Good to move on?
Yeah.
Cool. Mine, now this is funny. I had this screener. Fantasia Fest has been happening. I think it might be over now, just ended this weekend, or maybe it's finishing up this weekend. But lots of horror movies coming through there, and I watched some of them. Some of them were awesome. Like, one was I enjoyed. One was just kind of okay. This one, last weekend, my family came over and we were going to watch a movie, and I was like, hey, I've got to watch this. Do y'all want to watch this one? So I read the description, the synopsis, and everybody was like, no, I don't want to watch it. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I get that. The synopsis sucks and it just doesn't look like anything. So, okay, cool. So I watched it this week, and then I let my family know, hey, we all made a big mistake.
You were wrong.
We should have watched this together because it was phenomenal. It's called In Our Blood. And did you get a chance to watch this one?
I haven't got a chance to watch. I'm going to.
Okay. I'm not going to give spoilers because obviously it was just at a festival. It's not, released yet. Mm-hmm. It's a found footage movie of this girl who goes back to her hometown to kind of rekindle a relationship with her mom. She's been gone for like a decade, and her mom had drug issues and just all kinds of stuff. And so the daughter left. She's an adult. She comes back. While there, the mom disappears. And so the girl who's filming a documentary, which is why we have the footage, so it all makes sense. It's this investigation. It's this mystery on what happened to the mom. Where did she go? Where, and so the girl is interviewing different people, and we see sketchy things, and we meet sketchy people and stuff. Some weird things begin to happen, like just nasty. Like somebody does not want them on the trail.
Yeah.
And you're like, one of the scenes in particular, like I could smell. It was gross. But not gratuitous. That's the thing. Like it was just there. I mean, it wasn't, and the camera gave enough focus to it and time with it, but not to sit and dwell on something that's absolutely grotesque. It was just like, well, okay, I see that, and that looks nasty, and okay, moving on. And the camera does. The very small cast, definitely an indie feel, but the one thing I don't like about this movie, is the last 5 seconds. Literally the last 5 seconds. I know, right? And it's because it does something to the story. And I don't like that. It adds something that we didn't need because what came right before that was better. And would have been a perfect spot to just end it. Because it feels kind of like they're trying to do franchise or something like that, or continue the story later or something, and you don't need to. Just let it go. Outside of that, though, I mean, this was a surprising movie. Like I said, first off, I didn't think it was going to be good, and then I was like, whoa. It held my attention. It's not very long. I think it's just a little over an hour and a half. It's intense at the right moments, but very mysterious still. And even when you have suspected what's going on, you will still be surprised. Let me just say
that's cool.
That.
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I don't know.
When's it coming out?
I have no clue.
This is like when I was so raving about the Moore and everybody wanted to know when it was out. And I'm like, I'm sorry, there's like no release date for this.
Yeah, exactly. It's got the 2 stars, Brittany O'Grady. She was in season 1 of the White Lotus. She was Sydney Sweeney's friend who was staying with them in the thing. She was also in Black Christmas from 2019, which was a terrible movie. Let's see here. And then EJ Bonilla, and he's been in some things like, I don't know if they're good necessarily. I didn't see Gemini Man. He was in Exorcist Believer. I know not a lot of people enjoyed that, which is fine, but he was one of the priest. But this is true also. Yeah, he was in The Priest. I mean, he's been in some other things, some even TV series and stuff.
Yeah, so they're not new. They've been in a few horrors, actually.
Yeah. And they're not, but they're not like huge names, which I think really works also because it allows it to be, allows it to be more of just a quieter type of unsettling mystery. So
I love watching old horrors that had actors that hadn't become famous yet, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what are you doing in this?
Yes.
It's always fun.
Oh, nice. Okay, so there you go. In Our Blood.
Nice.
Going back to the chat. Find my place again. Okay, let's see, JD. Animation or animated Batman, nothing beats Mask of the Phantom.
Agreed. It's the best Batman movie, live action, animation, whatever. It's fantastic. It's in fact, it's getting a re-release at the cinema. Because I think it's got its anniversary or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never
widely known as the best Batman movie. Yeah.
Oh, Mask of the Phantom. Okay.
In the Batman circles, if you travel in those circles where people go, I'm Batman.
Yeah. I do only on the weekends though. Oh, okay. So we should watch Denise Incendies
I've heard, again,
Insidious?
it's one I've heard that people rave about. I haven't
I
seen it.
have too. Yeah, I don't think. Let me see here. Um, trying to spell it. Oh, I didn't spell it right. What is this about? Twins journey to the Middle East to discover their family history and fulfill their mother's last wishes. Huh. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, I've not seen it, but
Nope.
okay. Want some weird shit on Apple Net? Oh, some thought. Okay, go dark on Netflix. 3 seasons.
If you haven't seen
It,
Dark, that's the only thing you should be watching.
yes.
That, The OA, Dirk Gently's Holistic Agency, all on Netflix, all great.
Severance on
Severance on Apple.
Apple.
Anything with the letter S. Although they're not all weird, but
No.
look for
Severance
the
is
weird
weird.
ones with S. But Severance is weird, yeah,
Well,
and fantastic.
yes.
In fact, I would leave Severance for last because it's between that and Dark, they set the bar really high. So it's hard to
Dark
beat that, right?
Dark is the greatest TV show ever made.
That's what Chris says, guys. Yeah.
Dark is the greatest TV show ever made.
That's what he says.
Yeah. I will fight.
If I
on
outlive
this.
him, I'm going to put that on his tombstone.
That's great. I'm just going to record myself and just have that on a loop anytime you walk up here. Have you watched Dark, the German series on
It
Netflix?
comes up above your tombstone because anybody walks past us, Dark is the greatest TV series ever made. And it's just that on loop, yeah.
Yes. I would recommend Archive 81 also on Netflix, except it was canceled, and so we don't get the continuation of it. But it is a phenomenal series.
But also don't don't listen to the podcast.
No, the podcast is poo. Especially if you watch the series.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Confirming Incendies is awesome. General, really like the ideas in Dark City. Needs a sequel or a remake with today's technology.
Yeah, I can see that. I wouldn't be opposed to a remake of that one because I think it's so old. The technology, but saying that, some of the old feeling is it's very tangible, that film. If they kept it with the tangible feeling, the physical sets, then perhaps maybe a sequel. I'd love to see a story continued from that.
I could watch that. I'd have to watch the first one again, but that would be okay.
To remind you what happened.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to call you A. How about that? What should you watch tonight? You have Netflix and Now TV. You like thrillers. Do you read subtitles? If you read subtitles,
Watch Dark.
yeah, watch Dark. You're not gonna. That's not a. I mean, that's 3 seasons, so that's a chunk of time.
What's the movie with Russell Crowe? That's on Now TV, where he's this disgruntled, angry driver. I watched that recently. And that was excellent. And that's on Now TV now. It's a great thriller.
I'm trying to remember what it was called. Unhinged.
That's the one. Yeah. It's
Nice, from
It's the
2020.
best I've seen Russell for a while. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. I don't know. There you go. And you watched Wicked Little Letters, and Greta. Good, but not great.
Yeah. I like Greta, but I think that's, again, I agree. It's good, but not great.
I'm trying. Oh, don't bite.
What are those films we watched that were contained in a house? We watched it recently. There's part 1 and 2.
Oh, Don't Breathe.
Yeah, Don't Breathe. If you can watch those, you haven't seen them. Those are well worth a watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen Greta. I remember when it came out, though. I did want to see it. Okay. I like Wicked Little Letters too.
All the comments now. Love Aban and Chris Redslife for both like, Ruben, it's unhinged. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Thanks,
Oh
guys.
yeah, yeah. We'll get there. Oh my gosh. Hey, love you. How are you? It's so good to see you. I was actually thinking that I hadn't seen you on our chat for a little bit. It's glad to have you back.
Mm.
So, have you watched Starvaker yet, Ruben?
No, it's on my list to watch. It like high on that list. It looks really good.
It does. Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but it's just like you. Yeah.
Mm.
So awesome. Well, it's good to have you back as well. Love you. Oh, hey, Chris, just got here. Like, kudos to Ruben on his ASMR duvet voice. Oh, you bad. You're bad. I didn't do an ASMR for my fart, but
Yeah.
could. Yeah, you got a birdie mouth. Um,
Chris did it, guys. Go buy this. Go buy the picture now.
oh my
You got
god,
a pretty man.
you got a birdie mouth. Enjoyed Twisters, but couldn't help but notice how different it was from the first. I think the first one had a better story. The recent one had better tornadoes.
That's weird. I felt like they were very similar in story. I could even match up the characters to what they were. I like them both, to be honest, for different reasons. Like the original one's got Bill Paxton. Like it's Bill Paxton. The guy's a legend. And I do feel like the characters have more heart in the first one, but the second one has a great opening that I think outmatches the first one.
Yes.
So they only build upon that. I think they work quite well. If you actually think of it as a sequel, I think it works better rather than a remake. You just got to pretend that the characters are somehow connected to each other, and that's how they got the technology of Dorothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works better in my mind. It works better that way.
It's an alternate timeline.
Yeah. It's a new MCU. It's you know, in where Sharknadoes and Catnadoes exist. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought it was fun too. Just a great time for the movies.
Run away for a minute.
Okay.
So can you keep everybody entertained?
Yes, I will. Okay, here we go. So, don't think there's one single movie or remake that is better than the original. Yeah, that's I would have to really think on that. I don't know. Cuz there's yeah, nothing comes to mind. When Ruben gets back, we'll see if he can if he remembers anything or something comes to his mind. Niket, no, I've not seen The Impossible, but that's the one with Naomi Watts, right, in the tidal wave and the tsunami. That it's anything like that, especially when it is from real life. That's just horrifying. So yeah, it sounds bad. Son of Soils, no, I have not watched Shelby Oaks yet. I have reached out to the production company to see if I could get a screener. I know it debuted and premiered at Fantasia Fest last week. Some people got to see it, so that I can't wait to see it. Nick from Movie Emporium from Florida. Hey, awesome that you're here. Stop by, say hello. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Everybody, if you haven't checked out Nick, go over to his channel at some point. Give him a subscribe. He does a very cool. Well, he does a lot of different movies, which is outstanding. But he also does a very cool podcast where they go through each episode of The Twilight Zone. It's called The Fifth Dimension. Lots and lots of fun. So that's yeah. Give him a watch. Give him a subscribe there. Badger, you're late. Oh no. Oh, you were watching Civil War though, so hey, that's pretty good. First impression, its overall feeling of dread and fear that comes of potentially any person being an enemy in America was done very well. Yeah, it definitely. I like that it didn't necessarily spell out a particular person or ideal for what's going on. It just allows us to imagine what it is and take it, what's coming at us, you know. And I think just more so the distrust and the upheaval that is going on is the scariest part of that. Kaylee Spaney, I thought, was outstanding. I can't wait to see her in Alien Romulus. Just I thought it great there. We're talking Civil War for a minute. Badger joined us.
Which
So,
one?
Oh yeah, so
The
Alex Garland's Civil
all
War.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, not Cap. So, let's see here. I do want to. There was something. Okay, so Tom had asked a question, or said he didn't think there's one single movie or remake that's better than the original.
Didn't
Can
we
you
cover
think of
this
anything?
a couple of weeks ago?
I think so. I can't remember. That's why I wanted to.
Remakes.
Yeah, I think that was your question, wasn't it?
Yeah, is there a remake that's better than the original? So, like, there's a remake of Total Recall. The original's far superior than the remake. The Thing is not a remake; it's the sequel that was made after. So I know a lot of people say that one, but that's not accurate.
I don't know. Yeah, a couple weeks ago
I'm
you
sure
did.
there
That was
was
your
one.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was. There was one or two that we landed on. So if you watch the beginning of a couple of like 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe last week. It's been a long time. I don't know.
A Star is Born is one, but there's so many versions of A Star is Born. There's four, so it's hard to know which one you were
Yeah.
thinking. Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
Casino Royale. The original of that was old and very dated, not great. But what's his name? Daniel Craig.
Craig. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
was
True
a good
Grit. I quite like.
Yeah, I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
The recent version was really good.
Perhaps Dread. And I would say that's fair. I don't know if it's a remake, but you have Stallone's Dread, which is really cheesy, but accurate for the time it was delivered in. And then you have Dread.
I am the law.
I am the law. Yeah, exactly. With what's his face? Butcher.
What?
With Butcher from The Boys.
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
No, that's not Butcher.
Oh, Carl.
Carl Urban. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That's not the one I'm thinking of. It. No. Yes. I don't know. Pete's Dragon. Definitely. There you go.
Pete's Dragon. What?
I've seen the original animation, and then they did the live action. It was amazing. It was great.
Oh, okay. Chris correcting me. Your question was a movie better than the book.
All right.
Not a remake.
Okay.
I'm glad that you remember these things because we.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for.
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to find where we were. Okay, so Lovey had something for you, Ruben.
All right.
Uzumaki, the anime, finally got a release date, September 28th.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
I'm gonna watch that too because the movie itself is just one of the.
The book, I have it here somewhere. It's just an absolute nightmare feel. It's great.
Oh, you hope it's a silly, over dramatic view Civil War of the USA. You're very welcome to Britain should things get too sticky. Dude, you have no idea. Scotland is like number one on my list, but it is very hard to get into. The whole UK is very hard to get into.
That's because we don't want you here.
Well, no, I understand. I wouldn't want us here either. Most countries are like, no, you're American.
English are so racist; they don't want anybody.
So yeah, I would. We are looking at France, Norway, even Sweden. So yeah, there's several options just in case we need to get out. But we'll see.
We will help.
Yes.
Pack you in our suitcase.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so Nick at Movie Emporium watched Kneecap. This came out. It's coming out limited release, like it's slowly releasing. I saw it at Sundance, and
it's coming to the cinemas here in a couple of weeks.
Dude, go see it.
Okay.
Go see it. It is, it's true story, funny, and awesome. And it's the people, the actors who are portraying the this rap group, this Irish
It's
rap
about
group.
them. Yeah.
It is them.
It's them,
They're the
yeah.
ones actually doing it, so it's even better. I mean, it's just legit. It tells their entire story, and they probably won't show this at the movie, but when I saw it at Sundance, there was a like a director Q&A afterwards, and the the UK government was pissed because they ended up giving funding to this film when it was totally anti-Britain.
Amazing. That's so good.
It was so good.
I'm gonna have to change my battery.
Okay, cool. I will do that. There we go. Let's see here. I'll do that. Might have asked this already. We've seen Starry Eyes. And yeah, Severance is phenomenal. Starry Eyes, though, I got to look that one up. Let's see here. Is that the one with Alexandra Esso from 2014? Hopefully, young starlet uncovers ominous origins of the Hollywood elite and enters into a deadly agreement in exchange for fame and fortune. Huh. I have not seen this. I do like Alex Esso. I just saw her recently in Trim Season. And that was weird, to say the least. In the U.S., this is streaming on AMC Plus, so that's awesome. Let's see, I'm waiting for Ruben to get back. Maybe he's seen it. I haven't seen it, though, Nick. Have you seen it? Is it good? Is it worth checking out?
Stop messing with me. I looked for the mute sign. Oh, look, now my camera's decided
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
No, I'm
screwing around there. Nick from Movie Emporium, have you seen Starry Eyes? I think
Don't think
it's
I've even
from
heard of it.
2014. Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'll have to give it a watch. It's like a body horror movie, which
Okay.
I can
Yeah,
dig
I've
that.
not heard of that.
So, yeah. Archive 81, exceptionally good. Yes. Dubbing is ungodly across anything, pretty much. There's very few things that I will ever watch.
So many bad dubbing movies.
Yeah.
So the worst is when it's literally like an international. You're watching some Indonesian or Chinese, and the dubbing they put on is like an American accent, and you're like, that takes me right out of it. I like it when they take people that are from the culture specific and they can speak English. That helps so much more.
For me, my biggest issue that's one big thing where you don't capture the essence of the person, that I'm seeing. If the voice doesn't match, that's just wrong. But the out of sync lips.
But I mean, it's very hard to do with some languages to sync them up to the same words with English and they're speaking Mandarin or something.
Oh, of course. That's why I just don't think you should do dub. I just
watch
read
the subtitles. Yeah,
exactly. Yes. Okay. So Tom did watch Archive 81. Yeah. Oh no, you were given that as a recommendation. Caliber on Netflix. I want to say I've seen this.
I think you reviewed this.
I think Jack Loudon, and which I like. I think I did. I don't know.
I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Check out my channel. The review may not be that good, though, because it's from 2018 and I was just starting out. So take that with a grain of salt right there. Let's see here. Okay. I'm finally getting to where we were with Unhinged and stuff. Okay. I know I'm really behind. It was great. There's a lot of comments. Okay, so General watched The Crow in order to know what to look for in the new one. I would say don't watch the new one. From what I've heard, I think if they didn't call it The Crow, I'd be totally fine with it.
Oh, have you heard it's bad?
Well, I've seen some extended trailers, and it just makes me mad. They, the little girl.
Yeah.
I don't see her anywhere in this as part of the heart of the story.
She's the heart of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, they've changed so much in it, which is okay. But that's why I'm saying don't call it The Crow.
Yeah.
Just do something different. I mean,
I mean, I really like the Skarsgårds, but yeah, that is quintessential film right there. It's the one where Brandon Lee died. Like it's a coveted film. You don't mess with the greats, man. Come on.
and it didn't need to be remade.
It didn't.
That's
need
the
to
other
be
thing.
remade. It stands up. I've seen it
Yeah.
recently. It's fine. The art with the budget they had as well. Some of the magic that they did on set was incredible.
Yeah. Mo, hey, you're watching from Egypt. That's outstanding. Rock on.
What's the weather like in Egypt at the moment?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because we always think it's hot, right?
We always do, but it might be like we've got snow.
Yeah, I know. That would be cool. Yeah, recommending movies to strangers is tough sometimes. When we worked at a Blockbuster, I recommended The Exorcist. The customer said it was not scary at all and a worst horror they had ever seen. Yeah, no, I know. And you know what's even worse, though, sometimes is recommending to friends. Because you think you know them and you think you know what they'll like. And then they're like, oh, no, that wasn't good. And you're like, I'm sorry, you're dumb.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
Friendship over.
Yeah. And it's okay to disagree on movies. That's not what I'm saying. It's just when they have like some really bad hot take on something and you're like, you just didn't understand, you know. Okay. A has seen Unhinged.
Oh,
okay,
you've seen it
good.
already. I'm sorry. What did you think of Unhinged? Did you like it?
It was okay.
Oh, you said it was okay. Oh,
Yeah.
in that case, I got nothing. Sorry.
Yeah. Family is greater than Twisters. Like family. That type of family? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Sorry for all my fellow Europeans. Stop with all the dubbing. Yes, absolutely. No, I totally, yeah. Subtitles, all of it, yeah. Okay, JD is saying that Caliber was an intense watch and then enjoyed Fortitude. I liked the first 2 seasons of Fortitude. The last season that had Dennis Quaid in there, just don't watch it. Just don't. The first 2 episodes, the first 2 seasons I really liked. I loved the concept especially. So
Madam Web is on Now TV. You should definitely go watch that. Yeah.
it's been on Netflix here in the US for a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, go watch that.
There you go.
I'm trying to keep a straight face, but I can't.
Let's see. Catnado. Yes, we must see that
Yes,
movie.
we must see this
Absolutely.
movie. Yeah.
Yes. There is a movie that is out on demand. I didn't realize it. My son had shown me the trailer because we have a habit of showing, sharing within the family like god awful things. And so I immediately sent it to Ruben. And it's called Space Sharks. And it's on demand. We are going to have to watch it because it's.
Oh no, I started watching it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why? Without me?
Because you recommended it.
Well, I didn't recommend it. I just said we should watch it.
And then I stopped watching it. Not because it was good, because it's bad.
Bad. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, we're gonna have to watch it. Okay, so Lavia thinks The Ring with Naomi Watts is better than the original. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, it is good. It is very good. And it's been a long time since I've seen the Japanese, the original. I'd have to go back and watch that. Yeah, there could be one.
And if I'm not mistaken, Ju-on and The Grudge, the original Ju-on, not the remake that came out a few years ago, and then The Grudge, which was the direct remake of that, the American remake. I thought they were both, if I'm remembering correctly, really good.
Yeah.
Like they.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Your name is AP. Cool. So do you read subs? Yeah, of course.
Is
Sorry,
it
it
AP? Was it app?
app. Well, it was capitalized, so I'm going AP. Like both capital.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's probably
Yeah,
AP. Yeah.
yeah. Um, you'd be surprised at how many people don't read subtitles, which shocks me. But yeah.
Because they got pretty mouths.
The new Dune. Okay, Chris Rett's left. New Dune compared to the '84 one.
Some people love that 84 one.
They do.
Yes, and that's okay.
AP is seen. Don't breathe.
Damn it.
Chris says Dread was better than Tan Mister I Am the Law. Come on, I am the law.
Adrian. Yeah, sorry.
Shiny. Hello.
What's up?
All of that build up for that.
Yeah, it stood out in me today.
Yeah, I love it. Shiny, we're glad you're here. Have you watched From TV series? Mo, I watched season 1 and was super intrigued. You watched season 1 too, didn't you, Ruben?
Yeah, I watched season 1 and then was super intrigued, but also very despondent because it feels exactly like Lost. And then we find out it is from the creators of Lost. So, but they promised that there is a story and an ending to this one. But that's what they said about Lost.
Yeah, and season 3 is coming out.
Yeah,
So,
huge.
and I watched the first 1 or 2 episodes of season 2, and I gotta say, I was kind of disappointed with how it just compounded more questions than it did answers, and I'm like, you at some
We're talking
point,
about dialogue that gives little.
yeah,
You know, we were saying Shalaman. This is a Shalaman dialogue fest. They don't give you any answers in their dialogue.
yeah. I wanted a little bit. You don't explain the entire thing to me, but toss me a bone here, just a little bit. Just let me know that I can have confidence that you know where you're going as writers.
Yep.
Leo the short guy, hey, welcome. Glad that you're here. Badger saying Invasion of the Body Snatcher remake with Donald Sutherland.
I agree.
That's
The original before that. Yeah, the Donald Sutherland's one's way better.
That's great. Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah.
Some of our favorite Western movies.
Gosh.
Magnificent Seven with Denzel
remake.
Washington. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I watched that recently because you recommended it, and I was like, this is excellent. This is actually good.
Anton Fuqua. I mean, the cast is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Vincent D'Onofrio is.
Oh, he's great. He's so good. Yeah. His little tete-a-tete with the Indian.
Oh my god.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Unforgiven.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah, that would be up there. Tombstone is more like in my
yeah.
top 5 of all time. Young Guns 1 and 2 probably in there as well.
Dude, I watched Young Guns just recently, and I need to watch Young Guns 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
The score, oh my gosh. The soundtrack even.
Oh, yeah.
Like Bon Jovi's perfect album in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, I loved the first one. I remember loving the second one. It's just been forever since I've seen it.
Yeah, they're old movies, but they're so good. I'm thinking of True Grit. The modern one is great. The original is great. And there's a Clint Eastwood one that's, I mean, obviously every Clint Eastwood movie ever, but also he did a modern Western. That was that. Anyway.
I liked, I mean, like what, Hang 'em High? Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I mean, those are
good, bad, stable. Like if you need some way to get into Westerns, Good, Bad is great.
Oh, here's one. Probably you're not one you're thinking of, but Three Amigos.
That is a great Western. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that just puts me in a happy mood. Love that film.
That's a mail plane.
Their slapstick comedy is just perfectly timed in that.
So
Perfectly
good.
timed. Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so AP wants to know, anybody have a Quest VR headset? Started watching movies in it. It's like a cinema screen, and you can watch with friends using a big screen app. That's cool. Does it work if you wear glasses though? That's always been my thing because I
Yeah,
can't
the
see.
new stuff, it does. My son's got
Does it?
one, well, the latest gear or whatever, and yeah,
Mm.
it's great.
Oh,
But you still have the thing where if you get a bit queasy from motion,
uh-huh.
it still has that because they can't really do away with that.
Because the screen moves as your head moves, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, because I need, like at the movie theater, when my head moves, the screen stays still.
exactly.
Okay.
Unless they've done away with that. I mean, I haven't seen
Yeah.
the movie in VR, but my son's got it. He loves it.
Favorite classic movie. AP,
You
I
have to
love
be.
that you put RoboCop and First Blood in there, which I would not consider those when I think traditional classic movie. I don't know.
They're pretty old now, dude. That's like 50 years.
Then okay, well let me look. Then the movie I'm thinking of, when was it made? Okay, I can't even do that math in my head.
Gone with
Let's
the
see
Wind.
here. No, that is a terrible movie. It is. Okay, so this movie's 76 years old. It's
That's
called
not.
Rope,
That's
and
not a
it is.
classic movie. It's just a very old good movie.
Go away. Go away. What? No.
Yeah, I've heard Rope is good. Still haven't
Rope
seen
is
it.
a Hitchcock movie. Oh my gosh. Okay, when you come next time, we're gonna watch it.
Okay, deal.
I have a big Hitchcock Blu-ray set.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's one of them. Yeah,
Cool.
classic. Yeah, I don't know. Not better, but a great adaptation is 1984 with William Hurt. Well, he's great anyway. So,
Okay. Next.
doing as an example, he did talk in hyperbole there. Train Spotting. Oh, I didn't read the book on that. That would
I've never read the book on that. Yeah.
No, it was too weird. Yeah, I bet, because the movie itself was weird and it was awesome though.
I wonder how they described the baby on the ceiling.
Ceiling? Yeah, I don't know. That's nightmare fuel.
Brilliant.
Uh-huh. Okay, Ruben, there's a hypothetical question for you. As a fellow Brit, what do you think would happen in the UK in a civil war scenario?
It would be over very quickly because the actual police would come out with weapons, and the few weapons that are on the black market with the Civil War people. Like, what would we have? We would have shotguns, 2.2s, crossbows, which are busy being outlawed, I think. Swords. We'd have a lot of physical melee weapons. Yeah, that's not a knife. This is a knife. I don't know that it would last as long as it would in America because everyone in his left foot has an arsenal. It'd be a very different Civil War here. If it was Civil War, like let's say Brits versus Irish, because that's been going on for a long time. If that got to Civil War state, that would be horrific, I think. But just homegrown here, yeah, honestly, don't know that it would look like how we've had riots before. That would be like a tear gas and water cannons and shields and stuff versus the makeshift, flame bombs, Molotovs and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Molotov cocktails. I don't think that we use those enough.
I agree. They taste good.
Yeah. Well, and in a big thing, I mean, okay, you could shoot somebody, whatever, but nobody knows where it's coming from, and they don't typically see unless a head gets exploded. You don't really see that. You know what I mean? There's panic because of the sound, but outside of that,
but Molotovs create a big.
Oh yeah, lots of people on fire.
Yeah, here I am. That's scary.
That proves a point. Yeah, I'm all for that.
We know who to stand behind, guys.
I want to go
Chris
to.
starts chucking Molotovs.
I want to go, and I don't know if YouTube's going to ban me for saying this or not, so I'm going to be very careful at how I say it. I want to go and infiltrate white supremacist groups on their marches and bring the canister of liquid that I use in my Zippo and just kind of casually squirt it on people.
It's water, right?
Yes, exactly. And just because they look hot.
Right.
And to cool them down, you know what I mean? And then if should a spark happen,
That's on them.
literally. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Insight into Chris's mind.
Wow.
Yeah, I may look nice, but I do have holes in the backyard.
It's a nice plants growing there.
Very nice. Okay, so what British, AP wants to know, British TV comedy shows do I like? I love the IT Crowd. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Black Books, one of my all-time favorites as well. Spaced. If you've never seen Spaced, you're missing out. I like Blackadder. I haven't seen a lot of it. I have not seen Peep Show. And
That's a very acquired taste, Peep Show.
okay, I haven't watched the original version of The Office because I'm also not a big fan of the regular Office. So it,
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it, to be honest. Yeah. That's not up your street.
Okay.
That's not your cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea. All right. I think some people might well tut and shake their heads in disapproval, and then it will all blow over by tea time.
Exactly.
Oh, that's funny. British TV comedy's top notch. Yeah. Oh, that's nice that they play it on in Finland. There was this Raised by Wolves was another one that I watched. I only saw one season of it. It's not the Ridley Scott HBO Max thing. No, this is like some dysfunctional family. It's a single mom. It's based on a book or a memoirs of these people, and it's just hilarious because of the dynamics that they have. So, Utaka. Hey,
Utaka.
Yes, I know body horror, right? I've not seen Starry Eyes either. Ruben hasn't seen Starry Eyes. We all need to watch Starry Eyes. So, yeah, awesome that you're here.
I watched Art the Clown properly.
Oh, Terrifier.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I quite like Art as a new kind of Freddy Krueger character. He's interesting. The way he plays with his food beforehand is terrifying.
Did you watch number 2 yet?
I haven't. I'm saving it. Yeah. And I want to watch it just before the third one comes out. Yeah.
Yeah. It really builds.
It builds on the nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Should we talk about the movie that we watched together?
Sure.
Okay. Or the poo that we watched, which you want to talk about first? We can do both.
Yeah, let's do both.
Okay. What should we start with?
Let's start with the sports movie you got us to watch.
Okay. Draft Day.
With Kevin Costner.
Mm-hmm. What did was this your first time seeing it?
I think so. Like, I knew of it. I feel like I've had it on in the background before, maybe showing at Blockbuster when I was working there or something.
Okay.
I don't know if it's that old, but
it's 10 years old. It's 2014.
All right, so no. I'm done by then. 2014.
Yeah.
It's more than 10 years old.
Well, it depends on when it came out in 2020 or in 2014.
Is it really only 2014?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I thought it was older than that. Okay, yeah, so I definitely wasn't working at Blockbuster then. I think it's good. I like the love story, like the family aspect inside of the sports movie. I think that works for me. If it didn't have that, I think I would have struggled a little. But because it's that, and it's Kevin Costner, who I watch in anything, yeah, I enjoyed it. I still think there are other films like it that are better. I think I mentioned this to you before, like off air, Any Given Sunday, Jerry Maguire. I think they're better because I don't know why. I just enjoy them more, I think.
Well, and Jerry Maguire, I think too. That's a it's way more about his emotional growth,
Mm.
and him changing as a person rather than in this one. It's almost being the smartest and cleverest person in the room.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty cool because they right from the get go, you can see people are just trying to swindle him, and the way that plays out, the fruition of that is very satisfying. You have to be really smart, and who knew so much went into American football. Kirsten, when she was watching it with me, she said it feels like a slave market. Like they're all just being bartered off for so much money. So, well, the difference here is that those players get paid millions. Slaves didn't get paid anything. They were just bought and sold. But it had that sort of, she asked me, do they go through that every year? And I said yes, but I don't know. Are the playoffs every year? Like, do they get swapped?
Oh yeah. No, there's a draft every year. Yeah.
Jeez.
And I mean, and they're a commodity. I mean, did you ever see Moneyball?
Yeah. But
Like
like Brad Pitt.
Yeah. And when Brad Pitt is telling Jonah Hill to tell the person that they're traded, and he's all stressing about it and mumbling over himself and really just regretting or being just a really hard time to try and tell the character, the other person, and he says it then, and then the character's like, okay, cool, and walks out. Like, no big deal. Like, that's just, it's
because he's probably been swapped and traded so many times. It's just whatever jersey he's playing, he's just got to play his best and allow his PR person or manager to get the best deal for him. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? It's crazy because it's not like a regular job.
No.
If somebody came into my office and they were like, "Hey, you're going over here," I'd be like, "Wait a minute, I didn't sign up for that." I don't even know if I'm going to like it over there. What is this? But I'm not a commodity like they are in that aspect. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it was really insightful actually, to the in on the goings ons in what must be, I guess, just scratching the surface of what it's like and how smart you have to be. Kevin Costner plays it so well though, doesn't he? Like playing a person that is smart. You just believe he has that sort of smarts underneath his skin. His brain is concocting something. When he looks at you, is the type of person that looks at you and knows what you're thinking. Like, yeah, stop it. Go away.
I mean, he's playing a huge chess game, and not everybody else is playing that.
No.
But,
so when he says, I'm the boss, you got to listen to me, and a whole bunch of people come to him saying, no, you're doing the wrong thing, but he sticks to his guns, even when it looks like he's absolutely insane, that becomes really entertaining.
Yeah, there's a line where he's like, you can fire me in 5, just give me 5 minutes.
Just give me 5 minutes. Yeah.
And
Fire me then, just watch what I do now. This is what I do. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I think it's a little predictable, but it was still like I was enjoying the thrill of that because you you feel the tension build and build and build as we get closer and closer, and then once each team has their pick or their turn, they only have 5 minutes to execute whatever decision they're doing. And yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. I didn't realize, or I hadn't remembered that Ivan Reitman was the one who directed it.
Yeah, I was so surprised by it when I was like, this is an Ivan movie. I was even more excited then because the guy's talent. So
yeah. It surprised me too because I literally did not remember this, that Chadwick Boseman is in it.
Yeah, that I was pointing to go. So I was, look who it is.
Yeah, it was one of those bittersweet surprises because I was like, oh my gosh, I had forgotten. And so yeah, fun, I think. If you enjoy sport movies or just some of the intensity and the maybe a little inspiring. I mean, there's definitely feel good moments within it.
Yeah. What's your favorite Costner movie?
Oh gosh. I like him best when he's being grumpy him.
See, I
I
really like his epics, and a lot of people don't, but I love them.
uh I well, I at the time I loved Dances with Wolves. I have not seen it in probably 20 years minimum.
You still will when you go and
Okay.
do some research with the people that were acting those particular characters. That I thought you'll find out that it's actually right and good.
Hmm.
So anybody
Okay.
that has issues that they didn't use, well, you might want to go and do your own research for that before you start throwing shade.
Hmm.
The Postman, love that film. Waterworld, love that film. So much hate on both of those films
So much
from,
hate on that film.
and I was like, this film is awesome. I showed my son for the
Mhm.
first time, and he was like, "This movie is great. Like, what are people about?" I was like, "I know." It always bankrupt Kevin Costner, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I do. I know people bag on that,
it's
and
classic. See,
and it's
when
got
people say
Sean
classic,
Connery
that's the
too.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah. I rewatched The Bodyguard about a year ago.
Ooh.
It had been forever since I've seen it,
Yeah.
and it hit me emotionally again.
I've been wanting to watch it, but it's never on anywhere, and I don't
I
want to pay like £7 for it.
I own it digitally. I don't know how I
Oh.
own it digitally, but I did, and so I watched it. But
Yeah,
you know
it's
what?
been an age.
I like him as Jessica Chastain's dad in Molly's Game.
Oh yeah, talking about being the dad, wasn't he great as the as Clark Kent's dad
Oh yeah, in
in
Superman.
Superman? Yeah,
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 yeah.
Man of Steel. Yeah,
There was one that he was in. I remember enjoying Black or White.
I don't
He
know what
was
that
a,
is.
it was him and Octavia Spencer, because he was married to a black woman. They have a daughter, but then his wife dies, and then it's a custody battle over him between him and Octavia Spencer, who do not see eye to eye. Octavia
Wow.
Spencer's the grandma.
Okay.
I remember liking him because he's not a likable character necessarily all the time, but you get to see him just as his. Oh no, maybe she was adopted. Maybe that's what that was. I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He has a black daughter. That's what matters, and that there's the fight between things, and so, but you get to watch him
Hidden
be
Figures as well.
yeah. That's a great movie too.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, what a good cast. So
Yeah, so it'd be hard to choose one. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's doing a lot of westerns at the moment, like western series and western movie trilogy.
they're going to show back to back his what is it, American Horizon, or
Yeah, yeah.
a Horizon Chapter 1 and 2 at some upcoming festival.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
So that's a long watch.
that is a long watch. That's probably going to be like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah. You got Pooh?
No,
Really?
I just didn't watch a lot. I started watching
Oh.
things, and then I was just like, nah.
Okay. I'm gonna briefly. I watched this movie that came out on Shudder this week. It had been out before. Actually, let me make sure I have a
Everything comes down to poo.
yeah, it does. This is called Divinity.
Okay.
It's black and white. It comes on Shudder. It's an experimental type film. What I like about it is the visuals. It's very reminiscent of like late 50s, early 60s sci-fi.
What's it called?
Divinity.
Divinity. Okay.
Yeah. Talk about style over substance, though.
Oh, there's so many of those.
And
And the critics really like lap it up, don't they?
yeah, I don't know if everybody likes this one though.
Okay.
This was not. I was.
Stephen Dawson is. This should be amazing.
Yeah. It's. No.
Scott Bakula. Oh my
He's
god.
at the very beginning. He's in it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it. I don't even know what it was trying to say necessarily. things just happen. It's not worth your time, honestly. My wife was pissed that I kept watching it. She was like, I'm in the room too. I don't want to see this. I was like, I know. I need to finish it though. It's only 98 minutes and 88 minutes, 88 minutes, and it feels much longer. So if you want to watch from a visual standpoint, you could watch several minutes of it and it would be great. But the entire thing, I mean, maybe you're into it. I don't know. No, thank you for me though.
There's this review from Richard Whittaker, who writes for the Austin Chronicle. He's apparently a top critic on Rotten Tomatoes. Says, for a movie about our relationship with our bodies, there's surprisingly little intellectual meat on its pretentious bones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, it is pure style over substance.
Right.
So, yeah, there you go. Avoid it. Unless you don't want to, then watch it. What should we do? You want to chat or go to the...
let's go to the thing first, yeah. And then we'll go back to chat. Finish up with that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So entertainment news and best thing are things we're looking forward to?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
I'm not logged in.
Oh, okay.
So I can't do what I want to do.
So last week, as we were recording, it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU as Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
Ruben, what are your thoughts on this?
It's desperate. This is like their trump card. Sorry to use that name, but it's like, we need to be able to fix the MCU, bring out Robert Downey Jr. Problem is, even if he's a variant of Iron Man that becomes Victor Von Doom, we love Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. He is like the hero above heroes. So if you turn him evil, that's a really horrible feeling to have, because you kind of undo everything that's come before.
Yeah, you've destroyed that sacrifice,
that legacy. It feels desperate to me. I don't like this decision. There are numerous amounts of actors that I could have played Victor Von Doom well. You could have gone with your own story. And the only way I can see them is they're still messing with the multiverse, the variant of Victor Von Doom. So, like, I thought they were done. I was hoping they were done with that, because it hasn't gone well with them, because that seems to be, anytime there's an issue, it's a multiverse thing. It's a variant. It's a...
Yeah, it's too get out of jail free card. And there's so many so many other actors that could have played this role, and they could have eased us away from the multiverse.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah. Okay. Seven Samurai. Oh, sorry. What?
No, I was just saying there was so much news because we had the Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seven Samurai is getting a 4K restoration.
Okay.
Coming out on October 3rd. So that could be cool.
Yeah.
I don't own that.
Do they make films look better or worse? Like some of those really old ones sometimes show things you don't want them to see.
I think this one might be okay. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, because it obviously was not shot on something that was 4K. I mean, it's 70 years old. So. Are you there? You muted yourself. Your mic is not. Oh, there you go.
So weird.
Okay. So what were you saying?
I don't know. What was I saying?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So what else do you have on for entertainment news?
I don't. I lost some of it, so now I'm trying to.
Okay. Do you want to talk about what we're looking forward to coming up this week?
Sure. Did you not have any news?
I can't log into my account. I deleted a bunch of my social media accounts thinking they were smart, but now I need to use them.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes, what I'm looking forward to coming up this week. Number one on my list. I've got my tickets for noon on Friday, just because that's how it all worked out. But I'm seeing Cuckoo.
Oh,
That is
nice.
hitting cinemas. I am. This is one of my most anticipated for this year. Between that, Long Legs, I got high hopes. I'm trying to temper my expectations. But yeah,
I'm sure it'll be good. It looks good.
looks good. Yes. Duchess is coming on this weekend. This coming weekend to cinemas. It is a Neil Marshall film.
Yeah.
I started watching it last night. I turned it off. Have you watched it yet?
I have. I liked it, but I
Okay.
liked it when it turned to a different movie. So the
Okay.
first bit is yeah,
You have to get through it. Is that
Yeah.
what that is? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm not saying it's brilliant, but I liked the second half more.
Okay. Okay. What else you got?
The Umbrella Academy, the final season, comes out this week. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. There is a Turkish series. I enjoyed the first season. It's weird, but that's okay. The Turkish series I've seen have been weird. 'Cause-
Shahamarat? Is that the one?
Yes. Yes. Did you see season 1?
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to get a second season.
I didn't think it was either, but it's yeah. So I enjoyed that, and so I'm looking forward to that. Comes out on Thursday
Okay.
on Netflix.
Also on Netflix, Rising Impact, the second season of the golf anime, is here. So that just released a few weeks ago, the first season. So I'm guessing they had them, but they're just staggering them back to back.
I'm sorry, did you say golf anime?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
epic. It's really good.
Okay.
One of the most boring sports on the planet, and yet they've made it really entertaining. Okay, let me take that back for all those golfers. Playing the sport, way more entertaining than watching it. Yeah.
Absolutely. We talked about it earlier, but the Instigators is coming on Friday to Apple, so that'll be good. It's not going to be for everybody because I'm going to New York tonight. My wife and I are flying to New York, and we are seeing Wicked on Broadway on Monday.
Cool.
So yeah, I've seen it in San Francisco. Now going to see it on Broadway. Can't wait. Excited for
Are
that.
you not watching Borderlands this week then?
This coming weekend,
This week? Yeah.
I didn't even have it on my calendar. That's funny. How
Yeah,
did
it
I
comes
not have
out
it on there?
on the 8th.
Does it? Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Maybe on Friday. I might
Okay.
if I can.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think there was a screening for it in my area, so which I'd be out of town anyway if there was, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one because I'm not close to the game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm very close to the game, so we'll see.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I don't think is there. There's some stuff coming out the following week, which I'm really excited about. Mostly Alien Romulus,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I can't think of anything else. That
it's going to be a slow week. I mean, there's a Love is Blind and The Influencer on Netflix. I don't watch those because they're reality TV. So
right. Yes.
there's that. Blue Ribbon Baking Championship.
Point Break for those in the UK. The 4K gets released this week. I reviewed it, I think, a couple of weekends ago. Here on the podcast. Yeah, just letting everybody know. Yeah, that's actually out now. So if you want to add to your physical media, and I always suggest you do,
Yes.
normally those 4Ks have like a digital code as well as the Blu-ray and those editions, I would say get that because it looks great. The film holds up. Gary Busey is amazing.
Love it. Oh, there is something coming to Netflix on Thursday, the 8th. It's
Okay.
called Inside the Mind of a Dog.
Oh,
It's a documentary film narrated by Rob Lowe,
oh, amazing.
and it just dives into dogs. So if you're a
Okay.
dog person,
Yeah.
which kind of don't trust you if you're not,
If you're not, yeah,
yeah, but that could be cute. At least,
that could be fun. Yeah,
yeah,
I
exactly.
agree.
Okay.
Cool.
There you go then. Let's go to, let me write down the time code and then we'll go to the comments. Yeah. Cool. Okay. We're going back. What's his bucket? Kevin Costner. Badger watched classic Prince of Thieves. Oh, no, that's not Prince of Tides. What? What is Robin Hood? Prince of Tides? Prince of Thieves? I don't know. What is Prince of Thieves? Oh, no. Yeah, it is. Okay. All of Alan Rickman's dubbing was a split second off. Ooh. Could you? That would be bad.
Yeah, I think it was mute again. Weird.
Oh, were you muted again?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you say? What did you say?
No, I was nodding with you and saying, yeah,
Oh,
it was Prince of Thieves. Yeah.
okay. Uh, and just leave the crow alone. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do we think Quentin Tarantino is going to make another movie?
He is. He's busy making his 10th and final movie.
Well, but he shelved The Critic.
Okay. Well, he said he's always said he's going to do 10, and then he's going to do like TV stuff. So yeah, I think he'll make one. I hope he does a sci-fi. I want to see what he does with sci-fi.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
He was on board to do a Star Trek at one stage. That would have been
Really?
crazy.
That would be. That would.
Imagine him doing a Star Trek heist, not with the characters we know, but just in that world. Would be really fun in that universe.
Oh my gosh! It would be the seedy side of the universe.
Yeah, the rogue side.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
I'd watch it too. I think it could be fun. Wow. And now with the Kelvin timeline and stuff, you could even have like some cameos just walk across the back. That's all you
For
need.
sure. Yeah.
You know, just somebody
Just
sitting there at a
connect it that
bar or
way.
something.
Yeah.
Badger's saying if we're super rich, just import the snow. I'm not rich, so but yes.
You could buy a snow machine. Yeah.
Yeah. What do we think about other reviewers like Chris Stuckman, Austin Burke? There's so many out there. We're friends with a lot of them. Chat with them. I really like. I watch Stuckman and Jeremy Johns. They have so many subscribers, though. There's no interaction there. Like Nick from Movie Emporium, Chris Tate from Tate's Takes.
Yeah, I like the smaller ones. I would agree
Yeah.
because, like me, there's a lot more interaction with your audience.
Exactly.
Which is it's all about community, if you can. That's why I keep doing these because one, so I get to spend time with you, and the other is we get to spend time with our community. So it's a win-win.
Yep. Sully Streams, another James,
Yeah.
Real James.
Great.
Movie Files. There's several that are mainly movies. Mainely. Alyssa's from Maine. That's why it's there. Yeah, the smaller channel. I love those. I love seeing those because they're just, yeah, exactly what Ruben said. When somebody asks me to recommend something, I'm like, in the Dark City when they wipe their memory.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, hardly any webs in Madam Web.
I know.
Yeah.
Terrible state of affairs.
I thought Madam Web was meant to be terrible. Oh, gosh. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. You like the original. I don't think that makes you old, liking Superman, Christopher Reeve and Tobey Maguire.
Toby's is great. I mean,
Yeah.
Sam Raimi, can't go wrong with that, really.
Were you and I the ones that were just talking about Spider-Man 3?
Don't think so.
Maybe I was talking about that with my kids.
But yeah, I like Spider-Man 3. It's too much going on in it. And the Venom storyline was not needed in it when you had the Sandman storyline. And there's so much going on. And
Oh,
But
that's Rhino too, where he's not in it other than like 36 seconds or something, right?
Rhino's in
Oh,
Peter, what's the
oh,
name's film?
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, number 2 at the end, literally for 6 seconds, even though
Okay,
they showed that in the trailer as being a part of the main story. So stupid.
bait and switch there. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Let's see. Stitches. Have we seen Stitches from 2012?
I feel like I have.
Yes, yes, the clown.
Oh yes.
This is the one where he's like a zombie clown.
Yeah.
Did you see this one too?
I think so. Yeah.
This is we may have watched this together when we were doing our clown
we were
horrors. Oh, you're muted again. Yeah, you're still muted.
Whenever
There you
I
go.
ever to look at like IMDb page, it mutes me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Stitches. Yeah. We did this when we were doing our top 10 zombie movie, clown movies. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to see us talk about clown movies, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now.
Yeah, I had to get a lot of psychiatric help for that.
Yeah, yeah, that was a terrible idea.
That was a terrible week. I was like, why are we doing this? I literally just watched we're watching Supernatural from beginning again. We're in the 3rd season now. There was a clown episode, and we're just like, yeah, just skipping this episode.
Just
Going down to
skipping
the
it,
next-
huh?
Yeah, nah, not doing that. I don't have to, so I won't.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, Badger, hard disagree on the Dune comparison movies. I don't think that 84
What you like
is
the 84
worse.
one? Okay,
Which there are those people that
I said
hardcore love them. Yeah, I know.
I mean, some people love Sting. Yeah.
Yale, hey. And then about recommending movies, subjective, like recommending food or how beauty can be subjective. Absolutely. I think,
Yes, but there are certain laws that are always just right. For example, pizza with pineapple will always be great, no matter what you think. It's fantastic. The Goonies
False.
and The Neverending Story are superb films, no matter what you think.
Those are classics.
Yeah, the Terminator 1 has aged. Even if you don't think that's true, go rewatch it with an open mind. Terminator 2 is the better movie. And just pushing people's buttons. It's
I
okay.
know. Wow, you're just
It's
like
fine.
doing it, huh?
Yeah, but it's subjective. Art, entertainment always is. Yeah.
Aliens, The Thing, and Pulp Fiction are some of the 3 worst movies ever created.
Yeah, and we are no longer friends. That's how that works.
I was just trying to push people's buttons.
There's some things you can say, and there's some things you never
can't.
allowed to say.
That's fighting words right there.
yeah.
Huh?
What? What did you say?
Oh, well, I said you have a purty beard.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's wrong. AP, I did not watch The Acolyte. It was a bit naff compared to the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka. What does naff mean, Ruben?
Rubbish.
Love
It's a
it.
bit rubbish. Naff. Yeah.
That's my new word.
But
Yeah.
it's got a bit. So it's a bit rubbish. Meaning
Oh,
okay. It's sort of okay.
It's sort of okay. It's not terrible, but it's not nearly as good compared to the other ones. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to ask me what I think about that. Because the more I think about it, the more naff it becomes.
Oh, okay. From is great. Can't wait for season 3. Good, Tom. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, that's and from Utaka. From is definitely lost enjoying it too. Glutton for punishment. You have to be, I think, in some
Aren't
of
we
these.
all?
The one thing that I think we're at least from is benefiting from. It's a lot of words that way, but is that it's coming out like
Fairly
relatively
quickly.
soon.
Yeah.
You know, we had, even though we had the writer's strike, we had the writer's strike during Lost also, and that's what also then screwed up that entire time. I mean, we went, I think, 18 months without a season, and then we only got like half a season. Now, that's normal for Netflix and Stranger Things,
Yeah.
but back in the day with broadcast
22
TV,
to 24 episodes a season. Yeah.
yeah, proper. AMC Peacock Paramount is now on your Netflix in the Nordics.
Oh, that's so weird. Nice to have things in one place. I'm all for that.
How much does that cost? Does it? I mean, is it like if you paid for each of them individually and then it's just bundled, or which doesn't really matter? I don't mind if I had to just because I pay for all of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter there. But if I could just go to one place and see all of the things versus, like I have to go into Netflix and I want to look or find something and it's like, I can't find anything. So then I have to go over to Prime and then I have to go over to Peacock and Hulu and Paramount.
Yep, that's what I do.
Yeah. Man with No Name series, technically a Western, great stuff. I've not seen that. Have you seen that?
No, I do know it though. Yeah. I didn't realize it was a Western.
I don't know which, there's a couple of them. I don't know if it's a series or not. There's one that's that's a movie also. Anyway, okay, cool. The Dollars trilogy, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Unforgiven, very good Western.
Yep.
Hey, your grammar's fine. We we read through stuff, and I don't even care about spelling errors or anything else. As long as don't do the text to voice to text stuff. That comes out really
That's
weird.
Always funny. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about there, but that's okay. 310 to Yuma.
Good chat.
It's been a while since I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you recommend anything that's as good as the
There Will
Fargo
Be Blood?
series? No. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with you though.
Oh,
I don't
like the film. Okay.
I don't.
What's the one with the seriously scary killer in it?
Bone Tomahawk?
No.
That's a brutal kill.
Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah.
No Country for Old Men.
That's the one I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. That is, that's like a neo-Western.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I didn't see the Fargo series. Did you watch the Fargo series?
No.
Yeah. I don't know what, I don't even know what, is it dark comedy like the movie was?
Yeah. I mean, apparently it's fairly good, but like I've only ever seen the movie once. I don't feel like going back to watch it ever. And if the series is like the movie, probably not my cup of tea.
Oh, okay. I love the movie.
Yeah. Well,
So,
you'll probably like the series.
Yeah, I might. Yeah. Okay, can't beat a good John Hughes film.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ferris Bueller, Planes, Trains.
What a legend.
Automobiles.
Yeah.
So many good ones. If you watch the documentary Brat Pack on Hulu, made by
Disney here.
yeah, it's a little self-indulgent by Andrew McCarthy. I think he comes off a little whiny also and a little needy. It's kind of a weird tone,
Okay.
but it was still really cool to see. And they talk about John Hughes and some of those things too. So definitely worth a watch. It's just, oh no, Yale's afraid that their movie theater is going to get closed. Because there's like preparation for maybe a war. Ooh,
Oh gosh.
that's not good.
Well, I hope you stay safe.
Yeah,
Yeah. To have that in your background, that's crazy. Yeah.
that's gonna be stressful.
Mm.
A Murder at the End of the World. I liked that one. That was fun.
The series, yeah, I like that it was
Yeah.
a one and done. That's great.
Yeah. Arsenic and Old Lace. Have you seen that, Ruben?
That's not a movie.
Dude, you've not seen that? Cary Grant?
No. Did you just make up a title?
Oh
I've never
my
even heard of it.
gosh. Utaka, I have found a movie that he and I are going to watch because, holy crap, I can't believe that you have not seen this.
Never even heard of it.
Oh my, I've seen it as dinner theater, a play, the movie so many times. Iconic. It's so good, so funny and dark at the same time.
Yeah, I wasn't alive when these movies came out. These black and white ones did. So that
I
wasn't in
wasn't either. Yeah, I've got a growing list of movies that you and I are going to watch
these
together.
old timey movies you're gonna make me watch.
Yeah, no, and none of them are bad. These are all good movies. These are ones that I want to sit through.
Okay.
Like I'm not going to show you things just to torture you, because that's just torturing myself. I'm gonna.
But you made me watch
Gentlemen
Gentlemen Broncos.
Yes, because that's a good movie.
See, what we what we think is good movies is different between each person. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm looking
but
forward to
right.
watching Rope. Actually, I haven't seen that, and I'm not wanna
To what?
watching Rope. for the
Oh,
first time.
Rope. Oh, yeah. And the trivia with that is that they used Hitchcock filmed for the roll of the film, so it was like 8 minutes, and then would do a cut, and so walls moved so that they could do
Okay.
a continuous take. And during one point, one of the grips or whatever, the people moving it dropped it on their toe and broke their foot, and had to be quiet.
And carried on.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
That's yeah.
It's
Don't
so
mess up a Hitchcock take, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, watched Young Royal series.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
I think I saw the first season, and like it was fine. It didn't fully catch me. I don't
It's
know.
not for me. I can honestly say that's not my demographic.
Okay.
Yeah.
My knife is a recurring character. Oh, come and bring the spark. Nice. Spaced. Yes. Yes. Edgar Wright is genius. See, you talk. Ruben is getting more and more into horror. I broke him, and now you're into it. Love it. I didn't expect you to go and watch Terrifier without having being made to.
No, yeah, I had to sort it out. Yeah, I did.
That's a great shock and so good. Yeah. Reading all of our comments gives you performance anxiety. Oh,
Why is that?
Well, if anything, and I'm going to give this away, but you could just type something very weird in there, and then that messes me up, because I have to read it and try and
Tongue twister.
decipher what you're saying or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Costner is a great actor, especially considering his condition. Apparently, he needs to be drenched in water in between takes to ensure his skills don't dry up. What a trooper! I like Waterworld. You shut up.
Crochet a while and listen. First off, hey, and then they watch Waterworld often, and they love The Postman. See,
Yeah.
you got allies there, Ruben.
Right.
I've not seen The Postman.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's Kevin Costner in that film. Grumpy.
yeah, he's delivering mail.
It's so much more interesting than that. Come on. It's a
like-
3-hour epic.
It's like Bilbo going on a really long walk and accidentally waking up a dragon.
What? No. It's like Bilbo going on a walk.
Yeah. Okay, so did you think the prequel movie The Thing from 2012 was good enough and did justice to the original one in 1982?
Yes.
Yes.
But I don't think enough people know that it's a prequel.
Yeah, and you should really watch you should watch 2012 and then the Kurt Russell one, because they flow right into each other.
Yes.
Yes. Have you read The Postman, Ruben?
No.
The book is better.
Interesting.
You should do that. Get on that.
Yeah. Pay me. I'll read it.
No, I'm paying you. Wait. Bone Tomahawk? Yeah, I've seen it. It's weird. It's you saw Bone Tomahawk, right?
Yeah, there's a kill in that, and there's a kill in Terrifier, and they both make me gag.
But even before the kill, it's a oddly brutal movie and weirdly comedic. Like, talk about dark comedy. There are some moments.
It's an art western for sure.
It is. Yeah. And it just came to Netflix in the US.
Not a lot of people talk about it as well. I think a lot of people haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't even know when it came out.
That's what's his face?
Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Yep. And what's his name is in it from Lost? Jack.
What's his bucket?
Yes, what's his bucket? Matthew. I was going to say Matthew Sweet, but he did a song.
Matthew Roderick?
Fox.
Yeah.
Wow. That's okay. So Tom wants to know from his European friends: do you care at all of Star Wars or the MCU anymore? There is a legitimate thing, I think, of burnout right now with a lot of people.
For sure. Yeah. Star Wars has a big following in the UK, but at the same time, Star Wars people are really peed off with what's going on with Star Wars. So,
I think both franchises would benefit from taking, like Star Wars, I think from taking like 5 years off, and the MCU taking 2 or 3 years off. Just no.
I don't mind if they release
show.
something next week. They just need to make it good. I'm tired of stuff that just feels forced, that feels, and I hate saying this, woke agenda. So I like content that is representative of all people types without forcing that in your face to show that you're representative of all people types. I like stories that are well written, that just have all walks of life in them because there's all walks of life in them, rather than pointing out, going, hey, look, this person is this. And there's so much of that because they think that's the cool thing to do. It's like, no, we don't need that. Can we just go back to when your stories were good? Andor was exceptional. Mandalorian, the first season, was exceptional. The Ahsoka was okay, out of all of that stuff. And there are bits of Obi-Wan that was really cool to watch. I liked it for what it was. It's not brilliant, but it was fun. But they do get predominantly more terrible, and the Acolyte just seems to be like the crescendo of all of that.
Cool.
Okay, my rant is over now. Yeah.
Are you sure? You want to go more? You can. Safe space. Okay.
No.
Oh, you weren't.
It's not a safe
laughing at me.
space. It's not a safe space. This is the internet.
Me and you, we're fine. All right. Yeah. Tony Stark's and Logan's sacrifice don't really mean anything now. Yeah. Yep. Meaningless.
Yeah.
Always look on the bright side of life.
We are the Judean People's Suicide Squad.
Hugh Jackman portrayed the Wolverine so well that we never questioned why he never wore a mask. Yeah, he did. He owned it. He just talk about a character that you can't recast, I think.
Yeah,
except for one.
For a long time.
And nobody put this in the comments, but there is a there's a moment in the current movie.
Oh, can't wait to watch it. I need to watch it before it gets spoiled. It's just gonna get spoiled.
Because you're gonna wet yourself, I'm telling you. Okay. Put a small hole in the ozone layer with all the hairspray needed for the Wolverine hairs. That's okay. It's okay. We need a little bit of that ozone. It helps with the tan.
It's already gone.
Yeah. Chris, loving Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, hadn't you said like you had seen it like, was it 30 times? It was some ridiculous amount.
I've seen it a few times. Yeah.
AP wants to know if I will play the GTA 6 game. I'm a huge gamer.
That question should be thrown at me.
Yes.
I'm playing Dragon's Dogma 2 at the moment, which I'm really loving. Although it is again a giant walking simulator, and you're always fighting the annoying like bad dudes in between, and there's only so many times you can kill them before you're like, seriously, just let me get there. But yeah, GTA, Rockstar. I've been to Rockstar's offices actually here in London.
Really? That's
Yeah,
fun.
when I mean it was a few years ago when I was writing for a different mag, an online mag called Core Magazine. They invited us to go up to the offices because they were coming up, probably GTA 5, and they were doing something else because they occasionally do like a Red Dead Revolver or Red Dead Redemption a game, and their office is very cool.
I would hope so.
Yeah, they game cool. They are geeks in their offices, so it's great.
Nice.
But one of the cool gaming companies that hasn't had any bad press about them, that always releases games when they need to, when they want to. You know, they'll release GTA when it's ready. Like, except for the online stuff, that always seems to have some issues. But their games have like the most. That's the bar.
Well, and that leak that happened that was wildly unfinished. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't even judge it on
no,
that. Yeah,
it's not even. Yeah, it doesn't matter because they're always awesome. I always like the Saints Row games that comes out the following year from when we get a because they always take like it's like the same platform almost, but then they're taking the mic. It's just off the charts. It's crazy.
I got one of the Saints Row games
It's so
on
stupid.
Steam.
They're so
I haven't
stupid.
played it yet, but I got it because you had said something about it, though.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's
you were just
absolutely crazy. Yeah,
yeah, of all the customizations and weird stuff you can do with it, and
yeah, you can beat someone to death with a dildo. So
Yeah.
it's that sort of game. Yeah.
yeah, like me, like when I play games. Okay, so I loved like the 64 and stuff. I have a Sega Genesis. I have a Wii. I have an Xbox. I have an Xbox One.
I do think you would love
Switch.
the story ones, though. I think you'd really get into those.
Maybe. What was it? Turok was a game. Do you remember Turok Dinosaur Hunter?
Dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah. I have it on my Switch also, and so I use the cheat code because really the only thing I want to do in that game is I want to be able to go to any level I want with any gun I want with all the ammunition and
would've
no
died.
dying.
You would not like Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, no, my oldest has played that and like rage quits all the time, but has finished it once or twice and played I think all the Souls games.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the level that I want. Like I play Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros, something like that. You know, it's fun. I'm very casual in it.
Because Uncharted is like playing a movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be cool. I just don't like most of the time. I don't have the time for it. You know,
exactly.
I wish.
Do you have 40 hours or 100 hours to put into a game? Like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I did. I would love that. Maybe soon, maybe someday. You know, so that's why
maybe,
I have all the.
Maybe you could pivot a bit of your YouTube back then to like Granddad playing games because those do really well.
I'm not a granddad.
I said in the future.
I mean, I may be gray, but come on, I'm not that old. Wow.
I think there's been much younger granddads than you, dude.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, absolutely. Actually, I can't wait. Well, I'm going to sugar the kids up. I'm going to dress them in flannels, and then I'm going to
Make them
hand
hyper
back.
and then give them back.
Oh, absolutely. And all the loud toys. Absolutely. My kids, and I'm gonna teach their children, not at our house, but at their house, to just leave glasses everywhere.
In their rooms.
Even still.
Filled teacups.
Oh no, not even in their rooms, just anywhere. I mean, they're both grown, and when they come over, sometimes they get something, water or whatever, doesn't really matter, and they'll drink half of it and set it down, and then they leave.
That's fine.
And I'm like, what in the? So I'm yeah, and I'll hide things at their house too. I think that's fun as well. We've talked about this before. Film like Blazing Saddles being made today. I don't
think it gets made today. Yeah.
No,
It wouldn't be greenlit.
no. Chris, I am feeling that vibe. Dude, Killer Clowns. I love that movie so much. Every time I watch it, I love it more.
I don't like that movie at all.
Seriously? No? You don't?
No.
Oh.
I didn't find it funny at all. I just found it annoying and old as shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, HD remasters often do expose, the production mistakes. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, you can see all the flaws in it and everything else. Because I mean, first off, the film and the grain and everything it gave.
Gives
It,
atmosphere.
yeah, yeah. I don't want when I see the remasters, I don't want them to remove those
The grain.
artifacts. Yeah, and weren't I think Ruben, you were telling me something about the one of the new remastered James Cameron movies,
True Lies. Yeah.
like just looked bad,
Yeah.
right?
Doesn't look good at all.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, there you go. Yeah, booms, shadows, everything. um, okay, so Tom saying interesting. When you were a teen, you didn't understand 2001 at all. Now 2001 and Requiem for a Dream are the movies I see as close to perfect. I have only seen 2001 once as an adult, and I need to watch it again because I did not get it. I felt stupid while watching it. I'm like, wait a minute. So
That makes. I need to watch it again because, like, I thought I got it, but the fact that you don't get it, I'm like, what? Okay.
oh, I'm
Maybe
sure
we
you
need to
got
do-
it. I'm sure you got it. Like it disappointed me. I thought, yeah.
Oh, okay.
School and Ruben. Yeah. See, right. Yes.
You guys are old and watch black and white movies.
Yes. Well, hey, it's good. Requiem for a Dream. Yeah. Sorrow and Introspection.
Sure.
Visited City of Wells recently, so had to seek out some of the places used in the filming of Hot Fuzz. Nice. I have, for when I go to the UK, I have a Cornetto trilogy, like Google Map saved of
That's
all of the
awesome.
that people had put together. And so I don't think I'll hit everything, but yeah, I want to go.
Oh, dude, if you come and do that, I'm definitely doing that with you.
Nice. Well, of course you would. Yes. Floopy Shining Boganoff. There you go.
Oh, this is basically going back to write something in the comments that you
Yeah.
couldn't say.
Yeah.
That
Floopy
was not
Shining
enough, dude.
Boganoff. I know. Yeah. That's yeah. Line Costner's line. You pancake eating motherfucker. Yes, from Draft Day.
Yeah.
And Waterworld is one of Chris's favorites.
Yep.
But see, Chris also likes Killer Clowns, so
Well,
maybe that's why we all get along.
I might just be grumpy. That might just be my fault. Grumpy Ruben. Grumpy.
Potentially controversial. I don't know how it could be. South Park episode on Disney. Is that the that's the obesity one, right?
I love that episode. It was
I
brilliant.
need to watch. There was a clip that my wife and I watched because it so accurately captured the American healthcare system.
Yeah, that's it. It's from the obesity. Yeah, that's what I was telling you that I watched. I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, yeah,
It's sad at how true it is.
yeah. It's a long episode. It's like a mini movie.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. You get the Star Wars hate, makes Disney money. Yeah, so many stories to be told. It's just a shame that they aren't connecting with older fans. I think they're just, it's too much, too quickly, not thought out, like Ruben was saying. Just, we're not getting good stories.
The writing is bad,
Yeah.
which is crazy because we've just fought for the writers to get good pay, equal pay, right pay, and what we're getting is not what they should be putting out. That's for sure.
No. Mm-mm. I am on the top 10 leaderboard in Fortnite. Yes. Yay me.
What?
You didn't know that? You didn't know that?
No.
Dude, I've been rocking it.
Wow.
Different Chris.
Who knew?
Yeah, Saints Row has interesting weapons. I do want to do a
Yes, it does.
Civilization. See, that's one of the ones that I want to play. Sid Meier's Civilization.
Yeah. That's just a. Do you like that sort of game? We just build cities and stuff.
Yes, except I have to be very careful because it triggers my OCD, and so I play the
You
game.
could lose time.
Well, but I play the game in my head long after I've put the game away.
Ah,
And like I can't play Wordle because my brain sits there and does all these combinations
oh no,
for hours afterwards, and it is so mentally
you can't switch
exhausting.
that off.
Can't.
Okay.
And yeah, so I recently, within the last like 2 or 3 years, I recognized that in myself, which has been a huge help. But yeah, but I do like those movies or those games, and like SimCity. I have Roller Coaster Tycoon, which is stupid, but it's fun. Things like that. John Lennon wanted 2001 to be played in all cinemas worldwide 24/7.
Was he high at the time?
Might have been. Yeah.
Because he did, partake.
See, look. Well, yeah, well, sure. I may have to the next time I watch. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, but yeah, adding 2001 to your rewatch list. See, I think this is great. The chat is so awesome.
Yeah, we need to maybe all have a rewatch, and we'll come back and talk about it.
I'm going to add it to our watch together list.
Okay.
But we have to watch Arsenic and Old Lace and Phantoms first. Okay. Anyone miss seeing Sacha Baron Cohen, big or small screen? Probably taking time out since his divorce and the Rebel. I didn't know about the Rebel Wilson accusations.
Don't know what accusations with Rebel Wilson.
Yeah, but I thought him and Isla Fisher got divorced like quite a while ago.
Ages ago, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I watched.
He did the Netflix series that I thought was excellent. It was very good. It was dark. Do you remember that one?
No. What was that?
I loved that air.
Yeah, it's great. He was in the Trial of the Chicago 7.
The Spy.
But that was a movie. The Spy. Yes, The Spy was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I also miss Ali G. The things he did that he could get away with as Ali G was crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's my wife. Yeah.
Crochet While is also game OCD. Yeah, it's pre-war. Hey, welcome. And Babylon Berlin on Netflix is spectacular. You're right. Have you watched that, Ruben? It's a German series. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's okay. Cool. No.
Oh, you should watch it.
Okay.
Yes. Reading all of Arthur C. Clarke is the basics of understanding sci-fi.
Okay.
Wait. So many allegation stories circling. Most are AI generated clickbait.
Still ruins lives, though.
Yeah, or woefully ignorant. See, and that's the thing that I mean. I'm more apt with one accusation. You're kind of like, well, that's bad to hear. I hope it's not true. When more than one comes out.
But all it takes is one person with money that has a slight vendetta or grudge to pay someone that has access to these social media bots to start off a rumor, and then it circulates itself.
Sure, but you also have one person with money who can just make it all go away. Even if it's true. Can you stop
the AI bots?
Oh, not so much. Gone? Not so much the AI, but you can just get or you combat it with the positive press or whatever. I mean, so it's which I think the biggest thing is that money can corrupt the justice that goes into that.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, money can manipulate that.
It does.
Yeah. All right. I think we've reached the end.
Wow. Thanks, everybody, for being really chatty today.
Yes, this has been outstanding. Awesome. So thank you again. Don't forget that we have a Patreon. And it is patreon.com/thebeardedones. £1 will get you in there. Over 100 videos to watch.
Yeah.
In what do we do? I mean, we've talked life stories.
Mm-hmm. We've done skits, challenges, yeah. We've done top tens of various kinds. The best beards, because we are the bearded ones. The best glasses. Yeah, so many. Some deep dives into films that we love. Yeah,
A drunk watching of a movie.
very drunk watching.
Very
yeah.
drunk watching, yes. And then a drunk review. I don't
Yeah.
recommend watching that one though. But it is there for you.
It is funny.
We thought so, at least. Oh gosh! Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Ruben with the Ruby Tuesday. Me, Chris, movies and munchies. How many cornettos can I eat in 60 seconds? Probably 4. And my head will hurt afterwards.
Probably 1. I like to enjoy them.
Oh, I would enjoy it. I would just eat it quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Okay. Yep. People in, where are they in Finland? Your people are here. We got them from everywhere, from all over the place. So that's
Definitely put your full address in the comments.
Yeah, do that because that's safe. Probably your phone number too, email address, all these things. Yeah.
Bank
good.
address, sort code.
Yes. If you give me a picture of your debit card, that would be.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful.
I hate seeing those memes. It's so sad that people do that. Oh, Chris Airwell, yes, thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you being here. Have a great weekend, rest of your week. We will see you next week. Okay? Take care.
Toodles.